It's time for another football game here on WCMP. Let's head to the field.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Baxter Monahan. We're going to be joined alongside Joe Lattimore tonight for tonight's broadcast as we get set for the matchup of Hinckley-Finlayson and the Braham Bombers. We'll get things started from Froyen Field when we return on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Quality Disposal is more than just a catchy name. It's a business philosophy. Serving Kanabec County and surrounding areas, Quality Disposal Systems goes the extra step. They return your cart where it was left and pick up some extra litter if it falls from the cart. The best part about Quality Disposal? When you call, they answer, and you get to talk to a real person right away. Why not experience a new standard of service? Contact them today at QualityDisposalSystems.com. Experience a new standard of service with Quality Disposal Systems.
Procrastination, the art of putting off today what we can do tomorrow. But when it comes to your retirement, time is money. Now is the time to get the help you need with retirement planning, probate avoidance, wealth transfer, tax issues, guaranteed income, and so much more. Todd Schoberg at Schoberg & Holmstrom Financial Services in Mora has over 25 years as a safe money advisor and retirement planner. For more information, go to schobergholmstrom.com. Stop procrastinating and start planning for the retirement you deserve.
What does that skidoo feeling sound like? Yeah, it sounds a little something like that. And now you can get that skidoo feeling during our Yellow Tag event on now. Visit Caswell Cycle in Mora and online at caswellcycle.com and get up to $1,500 off select 2020 Summit 850 E-Tech models. Offer ends October 31st, 2020. Restrictions apply. Customer offers based on creditworthiness. See dealer for details.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
WCMP 100.9 FM. Glad you could join us here on the broadcast, whether it be on air or if you join us out on the YouTube stream through the Facebook link or wherever it may be. Got a matchup tonight here in the local area with the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars and the Braham Bombers. My name is Andy Baxter, and I'll be on the call tonight. Joined alongside tonight, Joe Lattimore with the Rush City Tigers. And Joe, welcome into the broadcast. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me, Andy.
Should be a fun, interesting matchup tonight between these two squads. We'll speak before we get into that too much or whatever. Good to be able to have you with us, but not under the best circumstances, I guess, for you guys. Kind of pausing for a moment.
Right. COVID is rearing its ugly head in our area, and we are in suspended we're in distance learning, which makes our activities suspended for the time. So we're hoping that we can get back to it, but I'm happy to join you here tonight.
Well, we're definitely happy to have you here in the broadcast booth, and like you said, I'd have to echo the same sentiments. It'd be good to be able to get the kids back out there and being able to continue doing what they love to be able to do. We also have the Onamia Panthers are kind of putting things on hold as well, so kind of being flexible with everything. East Central doing that a little bit. We had a change last night from it was supposed to be Braham Rush City and changed it to Braham Isle, and everybody in the area, really the whole state, is just kind of almost day by day just accepting what's in front of them.
That's right. Each week it's something, you don't know who you're playing. You could know not who you're playing from day to day. Last week we were trying to find some games that we could play after we came out of a quarantine, and we were talking with teams here, talking with teams there, and you don't know who you're going to play. We didn't know we were playing Braham on Monday until about Friday morning, I think. So a lot of, as they say, a fluid situation right now in the state of Minnesota for high school sports.
And most coaches that I've been talking to, and it sounds like from you as well, that the kids are. It's frustrating, but they're accepting it and they're doing what they can to be able to still have all the games going on.
That's right. Yeah, our guys have been really good about focusing on what's in front of them right now, and really taking each day and using it as a gift. So that's it's a new mentality that everybody's had to go through, and as we tell our kids, it's something you'll tell your grandkids about. Your grandkids will ask, what were you doing during the great pandemic of 2020? And you'll say, well, we did this, we did that. But our kids have been really good about it, and just had great attitudes and great effort. And, I expect to see that out here tonight, too, a great attitude and effort from both of these teams.
Now, as we work our way into a pregame for this game here and discussing these two teams a little bit, you did see Braham in that Monday game, as you mentioned, which how weird was that to play a 1 o'clock game on a Monday?
It's funny because when you're growing up playing youth football, it's always like, well, you play during the day, and you can't wait to play at night. Mm-hmm. And then you get to high school, and it's like, yeah, it'd be kind of nice to play a day game. So it was actually fun. It was a great day. It was a nice day. Sun was out. Had a good crowd on both sides, so it was fun to play during the day and get out there again.
And Rush City coming away with the win on that one, and my understanding, the first one since 2012. So congratulations on that, and must have been pretty exciting for the guys to be able to feel pretty good about that.
Absolutely, yeah, they were pretty stoked about that. I don't think they really knew how long it had been since we beat Braham, but they were kind of surprised by that. Yeah, it was a great win, and to get back out on the field, like I said, and this field is in great condition, and it should be a great track to play on tonight.
We had a game. The game I did last week was Mora and Aiken, and Oof. The Mora field was. I mean, they did a good job being able to clear it, but it was right after the snow, and there was some mud, a little bit of mud out there, and it was the second half was tough being able to pick out numbers at that point.
I watched that game. Yeah, it was especially when, like you said, it was black on blue. It's once you get a little mud on there, it's really tough to see the numbers. But yeah, that was a kind of a little mud fest last week.
With the win that Rush City had over Braham on Monday, Braham is 1-1 on the season. They had a win against Northland to start the season. Northland, a much improved team as well, but Braham comes in with a 1-1. 1-1 record. There we go. I keep wanting to say schedule. That's not what it is. Right. 1-1 record coming into the game tonight. They were 9-2 last year, 6-1 in conference play. They won both of the matchups last year against the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. They've actually won 6 straight dating back to 2016. Hinckley-Finlayson won a regular season matchup, 41-32 during the year. Braham won the postseason matchup to be able to advance there.
And I think that was when Hinckley's field was under repair or something was going on, and I think they had their homecoming. No, it was Braham. Braham was doing theirs, so they had their homecoming game up at Hinckley, which was kind of interesting to think about. So
it's always bizarre when your homecoming is at a different field.
Right.
The year would have been my first homecoming, like the year after I graduated, Malacca was redoing their field, and so our homecoming was in Ogilvie. So I mean, at least it wasn't against Ogilvie. I don't remember who we were playing, if it was Princeton or somebody. So at least it was a neutral site, but it was definitely bizarre, like not going back to Claffey Field and
that's right.
What we grew up with. But it was still fun nonetheless. Hinckley-Finlayson on the other side, they come in 2-1 on the season. We did see them earlier this year against East Central in a pretty good win, and they have a lot of weapons, especially out of the backfield with Crushel, especially. He is so fast. Brady Johnson, very talented throwing the ball. They don't throw the ball a ton. There's not a lot of high school teams that really have a lot of aerial attack, but it's definitely a weapon.
Right. I've watched them a couple times too on film, and they get their backfield is quick. That's what I would say about them. Any one of them at any time can, if they get through it, and with the offense that they run, a little misdirection here and there, if they get through, they could be gone for 6. I know that all 3 of them are extremely quick and can really be game breakers in the backfield.
They like to run also a little a tight end screen every so often in a way, or like a little slant. Randy Scaff just kind of runs to where the middle linebacker would be.
Right.
They caught East Central a couple times on that one, which was not expected by anybody in the stadium. But
well, if it works, then keep doing it. That's what I say.
Exactly. Braham Bombers on the other side, they are led by young Hayden Lee, a very talented quarterback. They like to run a spread offense. They like to spread things out and force you to use your athleticism to chase them down.
Right. Play in space, one-on-one matchups that, like you said, spread them out, and they're going to try and get that one-on-one matchup and beat you in that one-on-one, like I said, matchup. Like you said, Hayden Lee plays both sides, both offense and defense. Really the leader of the offense, and does a really nice job defensively too. Comes up and fills in where it needs to be to make plays. Yeah, so he's and this is his second year. I think a 2-year starter for them, so he's been at it for a while, and he knows how to run that offense.
And like you said, like we had said before, that there's not a ton of teams that throw the ball a lot. Both teams do like to try to run that ball. Even Braham with the spread offense, they do prefer running the ball more than anything. I think that the winner of this game, you got to believe it's going to be the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely.
Which direction it goes.
Absolutely. Every game is won in the trenches. Offense or defensive line, who's going to make the plays up front and do their assignments. It's not a glamorous job playing offense or defensive line, but your job is you don't get a lot of recognition, but if you're doing your job, you're going to see it on the scoreboard. There's no doubt about it.
We're going to continue on the pregame here on WCMP and get set for the kickoff of tonight's matchup between Braham and Hinckley-Finlayson. You're listening to FM 100.9 WCMP.
Wellia Health is the leading provider of healthcare in East Central Minnesota, offering services to Mora, Pine City, Hinckley, and the surrounding communities. We have the always welcoming care you've come to expect close to home, with cutting-edge technology and multitude of specialty services, so you can receive the medical care you need when you need it. Live life well with Wellia Health. WelliaHealth.org.
D&D Heating and Air Conditioning, the go-to company for your Amana heating and air conditioning needs. D&D Heating and Air Conditioning provides quality workmanship and superior service with professional, dependable, and knowledgeable technicians for your complete heating, air conditioning, and indoor air quality products and systems. That's their promise to you. Now scheduling into 2021. Find D&D Heating online at deheatingcooling.com. D&D are here to answer all your HVAC equipment and indoor comfort questions and needs.
Braham Ford is celebrating over 84 years of friendly hometown service and sales of F-Series trucks. It's ties like that have made the Ford F-Series America's #1 brand of truck for over 40 years. And when it comes to safety, the truck that leads the pack is the high-strength, military-grade aluminum-body Ford F-150. This season, bring over 40 years of tradition to your next tailgate party. Find your next Ford at Braham Ford or online at brahamford.com.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
At Town & Country Insurance, we recognize the value of teamwork and believe that hard work pays off both in sports and in life. We wish all the athletes competing this season good luck and encourage you to put your all into practice today to achieve victory tomorrow. Trust in teamwork. Trust in tomorrow. Contact Town & Country Insurance, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at towncountry-ins.com today for all your insurance needs. Trust in tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Hey, neighbor.
Hey, Dave. Had to call. Saw the Connecticut truck in your driveway. Finally got your water fixed?
You bet. We had Aquarius install a Connecticut whole home system.
Smell gone?
Yep.
Rust and white scaling gone?
Yes, sir. And we have worry-free drinking water right from the faucet.
Connecticut is the world's most efficient.
The family loves it. Thanks, neighbor.
Aquarius Home Services, your local authorized Connecticut dealer, is taking extra precautions to help ensure your safety. For worry-free water, visit ConnecticutMN.com to schedule your free water analysis and learn how you can save 25%. That's ConnecticutMN.com.
Aurelius Manufacturing has been providing innovative solutions to customers since 1926. Specializing in the production of custom welded hydraulic cylinders for over 40 years, our focus is on providing value to customers through innovative problem solving, quality workmanship, and customer service. Our team works with your team to develop designs that provide the most value for your application. We leverage technology and craftsmanship, turning designs into finished products quickly and accurately. Aurelius Manufacturing is a proud sponsor of the Braham Bombers.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Backstrom on hand along with Joel Adamore for tonight's matchup between the Braham Bombers and the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. And we talked a little bit about, what each team is going to want to try to do. The line of scrimmage is really going to be the key. But you've seen both squads. I've had a chance to be able to see both squads. Do you have kind of anybody that you might think might kind of sneak out on us a little bit? Somebody that might... the other running back of the tri-headed running backs that Hinckley has.
Yeah, Chriselle is pretty good, and also the fullback. I think number 29 for them, which is Hostler, I think.
Yep.
He's the fullback, I believe. He does a really nice job back there for Hinckley. For Braham, it's got to be Shockman. He's the back who gets a lot of the carries for them, and when he hits that seam, at any point he could go the distance.
Should be a very fun game tonight. If you're looking for other games we got going on, we do have Pine City and Crosby as well on AM 1350. You can also find it on another YouTube stream to be able to check that out. Some of the next games we got coming up, we'll touch on it a little bit, but it's all kind of in flux at this point. We talked a little bit about it during the beginning of the pregame. Right at the moment, we're scheduled for Rush City, Hinckley-Finlayson, and Pine City East Central next week, but there's a chance that none of those games happen. It's just the way things are going right now. So definitely stay tuned to either WCMP, WCMPradio.com, the Facebook feed, all sorts of different ways to be able to hopefully get that information out to you. We're going to try to stay up to date on all of it as we possibly can, as the entire thing is all in flux and all trying to be flexible. As I mentioned, we had a game last night. It was a 3-0 victory by the Braham Bombers, not over the Rush City Tigers, but over the Isle Huskies instead. And there's a possibility that Isle is kind of in that gray area. Mille Lacs County is starting to see some numbers, and Mille Lacs and Onamie are going to distance learning, and so now it's kind of, is the whole county going to? And so it's, we're trying to be flexible, they're trying to be flexible, and we appreciate everybody's patience, I guess, in a way, just kind of allowing things to happen, allowing things to progress and be able to handle whatever comes their way. I think there's just a desire to have the game, so however we got to do it.
That's right. No, whatever it takes, right? The days of planning for a week for right now have been put on the shelf because you don't know who you're playing. I mean, you think you got somebody on the schedule, but come that next week, it's like, well, something happened, so now you got to adjust. So everybody's got to have a very open mind and be flexible.
Yeah, high school sports is not something that we can just put in a bubble like some of the other major sports have been able to do. So it's definitely
right.
It's whatever we can do.
We're not putting kids in a bubble.
Much as we would just love to be able to do that, I'm sure. But logistically, you don't even know where you would even begin at that point. I'd just lock them in the school. That's right. That's what we do there. Tonight, we're going to have a multiple times checking the scoreboard. It's going to be brought to you by M Health Fairview Clinics. So definitely check in with M Health Fairview as well. We have them as a great sponsor for our scoreboard throughout the course of the night tonight. We're going to get our national anthem. We got our starting lineups out there on the field, and we're going to get our kickoff underway from Froyen Field here on FM 100.9 WCMP.
All your life, you've worked hard to take care of your family. You put in years of hard work so your loved ones can have a better life. Don't stop there. Let Barry Law Offices help you put together a will or trust to make sure your family is taken care of if the unexpected were to happen. Everyone's situation is different. That's why Barry Law Offices works with you to put together an out-of-the-box solution for your family. For a free consultation, contact them today at barrylawoffices.com. Do what's right for you and your family with the help of Barry Law Offices today.
Monuments are everlasting commemoratives to show our appreciation for lives lived, moments given, and celebrations with loved ones. Braham Monument Company has helped countless families celebrate and commemorate lives and moments for over 110 years. So when you need them, they'll be there for you every step of the way with your monument selection. Check out their website at BrahamMonument.com and see for yourself the amazing selection they have.
I'm Steve Schwartzbar, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of all the local teams on WCMP. Call me, Steve Schwartzbar, at 763-552-1100 for all your investment needs.
Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getThere. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom alongside Joe Lattimore here in Braham at Froyen Field as we get set for tonight's matchup between the Braham Bombers and the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. We're just about set for kickoff here at Froyen Field as the Braham Bombers come running out, get set for the kickoff. Teeing it up for the Bombers is going to be Jonah Johnson. He had a pretty good dominant night against Northland a couple of weeks ago from his defensive position, especially really wreaking havoc in the backfield. And you know what defensive end isn't a kicker?
That's right. With his length and stuff on defense, he causes problems on that outside as well. And he's got a pretty good leg, like you said. Gets down to about the 20-yard line or so. It's tough to get a clean kick off like that too.
Krushel and Hosler will be back to receive the kick as Braham will kick to start the game from right to left if you're listening on air. Otherwise, again, check out our YouTube stream or on Facebook. 12 minutes up on the clock, ball teed up. Rolling ball is going to come down to about the 25-yard line. It'll be taken by one of the up men. Now it's going to be Hosler on the far side. Gets across the 40 to the 45 and up to about the 46-7-yard line. That'll be where the Jaguars will start, 1st and 10.
It was a tough one to handle. He picked it up clean and was able to get a lot of yards out of it and sets Hinckley up in really good position here.
A rolling football is always so difficult to be able to handle because it's not round.
Sometimes
the round one's tough to get to.
Yeah, it's very tough.
Under center is going to be Brady Johnson running the offense. Hands the ball off, going far side. Not much going on that far side. Good push up front by the Braham Bombers.
Looks like Sterling got there right through his defensive tackle position. Braham has really built defensive tackles, inside linebackers, really tough to go against those four guys there.
Diggerstrom loses a couple of yards on that one. Diggerstrom, Krushel, and Hosler, the backs. Krushel will get the handoff going near side and a little bit of a pocket there. Off the right side, he'll get across the 50 into Braham territory.
Good pick up there, really a quick hitting one. Got out there and was able to get about 5 yards on the play.
Bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Jaguars. Their road white uniforms, silver helmets, red numerals, black pants. Johnson under center, gets set, bunch formation. Going to fake the handoff. It's going to be a naked bootleg over to the far side. He's going to be across the 45, close to a 1st down. I think he's going to get the 1st down by about a yard. Needed 7. It looks like he picked up 8.
Yeah, the
QB 1st down.
QB keep there kind of got him guessing inside, and they went outside and picked up the 1st down on it.
Maybe a 1st down and 10 now, just shy of the 40-yard line. 10:42 to go. First quarter of play from Freund Field and Braham. Johnson under center takes the snap. It's going to be a Hosler right through the middle. Across about the 35 to about the 34-yard line. Pretty good run up the middle.
Yeah, that's that trap play at Hosler. He saw him film a few times. He can really bust that one if they're not disciplined in the inside there.
Hosler plays that middle back, kind of that fullback position in that T backfield. Johnson takes the snap.
Sweet.
He's going to hand off far side. It's going to be Degerstrom trying to get the corner. Turns it upfield across the 25 to about the 23-yard line. He'll pick himself up another first down, about a 10-yard gain. And Hinckley-Finlayson, at least thus far, being able to move the ball pretty good.
Looks like they found something on that left side. The Jaguars did maybe going outside to the left. Looks like they're found a little chink there in the armor.
We reached the 10-minute mark of quarter number one, and it looked like a little bit of a fire sale on that far side.
Yeah.
Ball's going to be handed off to the far side. Hosler's going to be close to the goal line, tries to reach
fumbled
out.
it.
Ball goes down on the ground. Braham's going to pick it up and start it back the other
Sandus down.
direction. Hosler is able to bust through.
Looks like he was down before the ball came out, they're saying.
He reached and he got it out close towards close to the goal line, but just couldn't quite get there. And yeah, that was awfully close to being able to pop out, but it nonetheless is going to be a first and goal now at the 1-yard line.
Jaguars setting up really good here on their first drive. Came out with a lot of intensity here and taking it right down the field.
Johnson under center on first down. He's going to sneak it himself right up the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown and an early lead for the Jaguars, who I don't know if I would necessarily say that they dominated the line of scrimmage, but they definitely set a tone up front.
Right off the get-go there. Big plays on the outside, set up a couple inside runs there, and quarterback takes it in for 6 points.
Seven play drive, covering 53 yards. And the extra point is going to be up and appears to be good. The kick is up and good by Jerry Crone with the extra point, and a 7-play, 53-yard drive. Not a ton of plays, but a pretty effective rushing offense for that Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguar squad.
But as you come out as a coach, that's what you want right away. Set the tone early right away. Looks like Hinckley did exactly what they did. Now it's up to Braham to answer, to see what they can do and see what they answer back here.
Crone adds a PAT. 7-0 is the score to start this game. Braham will receive now for their first offensive possession. 9:32 is the time of the touchdown. Kick is going to be from number 14, Parati. So Crone handles the kicking duties, Parati the kick-off duties. Bounding ball is going to be picked up, and it's going to be Jordan Leaf that'll bring it. He's tackled about the 40-yard line. Not a lengthy return, but not a lot of distance to work with.
No, both teams
One of the up man.
taking a little squib kick approach here to see if they can get a little bouncing ball. Like we said, it doesn't bounce great, and they again, another great pick by the up back there, and get what you can.
40-yard line will be where the Braham Bombers start their first possession, right to left in their home blue uniforms. Gold helmets, numerals, and pants as well.
Trips to the wide side.
Lee setups in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself, working off the left side, and he's going to get a couple of yards. He made a nice little move, but not buying that. Zach Watrin got a hand out there and is able to bring him down right away.
Yeah, it's playing his position. Anything going away from him, he can't make that play anyway, but check to your area, and then he was running right to him, made a great play. But 4 yards, you'll take that on first down.
They like to say staying on schedule.
That's right.
You stay ahead of those sticks, that's for sure. 3 wide receivers once again, far side. Single wide receiver over to the near side is going to be Yerke. Lee's going to hand the ball to Shockman. He's going to bounce it to the outside, trying to get that corner.
Couple yards short.
Got a little bit of push out to that other side. I believe it's Hosler that got the tackle on him on that far side, but Shockman, as you mentioned, a very quick back, and he tried to get that edge to turn it up, but just ran out of room.
Yeah, he looked like where he wanted to go was filled and tried to bounce it out, but the Jaguars are there to make the play. Sets up 3rd and short.
Braham sets up once again in the shotgun. Shockman in the backfield with Lee. 3 wide receivers near side, single wide receiver up to the far side of the field. Far side left of Lee. He's going to keep it himself. Works off the right side. Drives it upfield. He's going to get across the 50 to about the 46 of Hinckley-Finlayson. That'll be a first down for the Braham Bombers. And a new set of downs.
Just took it right through, looks like the guard tackle there, and found a little hole seam to run through away from trips, and was able to pick up the first down.
First down gets him to the just shy of the 45-yard line. Lee will send 3 wide receivers again to the near side. Shockman in the backfield with him to his left. Snap comes back. It's going to be Shockman off the right side. Tries to drive his way upfield. Got a late block on that far side by Austin Sterling. He's going to pick up about 5, just shy of 5 yards on first down.
Braham has some very athletic offensive linemen. On that play there, they pulled back the left guard and tackle for Shockman to run behind those guys, and they're, like I said, very athletic, and they're able to get up and down the field. They don't leave the field too much, so 77 and 73 there.
3 wide receivers once again near side. Braham likes to run that wide open offense just to be able to spread out the linebackers in secondary. Shockman's going to run that ball off the left side, pick up a couple more yards, bring up a 3rd down and short once again for the Bombers.
Good play there. Again, pulled the backside guard and was able to get a few yards. Sets up 3rd and long 2. Both teams are kind of doing what they want to do offensively here, just kind of methodically going down the field. Braham is right now.
Clock continues to roll now at under 6:40 to play, quarter number 1. Lee sets up in the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself. Works off the near side. He was trapped in the backfield. Shakes free of one blocker. Able to get a first down and tackled out of bounds in front of his own bench. He was stuck in the backfield by Nathaniel Crushall. Crushall was also being blocked at the same time, and he was able to just shake free.
Yeah, it was a little, he was trying his best there, Crushall, to get through that block, but was able to maintain it, and Lee was able to find a little seam there and pick up the first down.
Didn't need a ton, but he was able to pick up enough to be able to get that first down once he was able to get free from Crushall. Otherwise, he might have lost yards. Nonetheless, he will be set up at the 31-yard line. Shotgun snap come once again. It's going to be Shockman right up the middle. Not much doing there. Scaff in on that tackle, as well as Zach Watron. Maybe a yard on the play.
Yeah, the inside there for the Jaguars did a great job of maintaining their gap integrity and ran right to the play. So nice job by those inside defensive linemen and linebackers.
7-0 is the score on the M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. M Health Fairview Clinics, Pine City and North Branch have 24 access to care by calling 1-855-FAIRVIEW or your local clinic number.
Braham really likes this trips formation to the wide side of the field to start the game.
You can even see some of the secondary trying to creep into the backfield, trying to watch that as Shockman takes the handoff and, again, picks up a short game. It'll bring up a 3rd down and long. And you start to see that's what I guess as an offensive coordinator, maybe that's something you're looking for, is seeing that slot back, kind of taking that peek and moving inside a little bit. Maybe you get a wide open wide receiver.
Right. And there might be something you're looking for here, too, or we got the wide side of the field away from us here. So maybe something, a jet sweep, maybe something outside out of their trips, maybe run a little sprint out pass here to the wide side of the field.
Lee sets up in the shotgun. 3rd down and 8 is what he's facing. He's going to be back to pass. Looks it over to the near side. He's looking for Yerke. He's going to tuck it down and keep it himself. Works to the near side. Shakes free of one tackler.
He's going to be close.
He's tackled inbounds. I thought he was pushed out of bounds, but he's going to be just shy of the first down. It looks like he's going to be about the 23-yard line. Needed to get to the 20, the 21. So he's going to be about a yard or two short. 4th and 2.
Looks like they wanted to go a route here down to this one receiver side, and he was covered, so Lee had to tuck it and just get what he could. Got a good gain out of it. Sets up a 4th and manageable here, 4th and 2.
it was really good coverage, as you mentioned, on this near side. I believe it was Jacob Grice on the coverage on this near side, as Yerke was just one-on-one, but he could not shake free. 10th play of the drive on 4th down. Trying to drive towards that line. Looks like he's up to the 20. He needed to get to about the 20 and a half, and he's got that first down. They'll move it forward.
You can see early Braham is really trying to get the quarterback involved here with Lee. He's had quite a few runs here, designed runs along with his scrambles. So he is answering the call here early in the game.
Braham breaks the huddle and comes up to the line. Once again, that spread formation. They'll send 3 wide receivers to the right side, Yerke over to the near side. Again, Shockman in the backfield with Hayden Lee. Takes the snap, hands the ball off. It's going to be Shockman off the left side. Pickup of a yard or 2.
Looks like on the short side here, like we talked about the near side here, Yerke's got a little bit of a height advantage here. That might be something that Braham is looking towards. Maybe down we get closer to the end zone, maybe a jump ball to the back pylon for Yerke in the corner of the end zone.
Yerke, one of the better basketball players for the Braham Bombers as well, has got that height advantage plus the jumping ability and can go for that jump ball if he has to. Lee sets up in the shotgun. He's going to be back to pass. Blitz comes from the outside over the middle. It goes and just through the hands of Michael Tower, who was there, but it looked like when he tried to jump, his foot gave out, and he just couldn't reach the ball.
Yeah, he had him there. It was a nice play design there by Braham. Throw might have been a little high, but as they say, if it touches the receiver's hands, he's got to catch it right.
Yeah, where did it hit you?
That's right. A lineman, it hits you in the hands. That's the worst place to throw it. So
yeah, exactly. 3:06 to go here in the first quarter of play as the Bombers come to the line, now facing a 3rd down and long once again. They had a 3rd down and 8 on the previous set of downs, now 3rd down and 9. Again, 3 wide receivers to the far side. Lee back to pass. Looking for Yerke. It's going to be a little wide of where he was at. I think Yerke thought he was almost out of bounds as soon as he turned around on the ball. He didn't really have a good angle at that.
Right. They tried to go to that corner of the end zone there to Yerke with that size advantage, and just a little bit of a miss time on the throw, maybe on the catch there, but brings up a 4th and 9.
4th and 9 for the 14th play of the drive. Bombers facing the turnover on downs. Hinckley could gain a lot of momentum just from this play right here. Braham obviously thinking the exact same thing. Lee gets the shotgun snap. He's going to be back to pass. Looks for the screen to the far side. Shockman shakes free. No, he does not. I thought he was going to shake free of the first man, but he is brought down by Marcel Ritchie. What an open field tackle by Ritchie.
Yeah, that was a great tackle. If he doesn't make that play, I mean, they're going to be close to getting that first down. So, sometimes you just got to hold on for dear life, and hopefully people come to help. But in that case, he did a great job holding on and made the tackle himself. Turnover on downs by Braham.
And not only the turnover on downs, but we mentioned the open field tackle basically gained nothing on the play.
Right.
It was right about that same play. So Braham goes back on defense now. Johnson will start it.
Good pressure there.
Good job getting upfield.
A defensive tackle, Alex Lundgren, was able to slice through there. Looks like Hinckley might have been pulling their backside guard, and he was able to fit in that seam there and was able to get a big loss on the play. Sets up Braham in a really good position here, especially against the running team that likes to keep it on the ground. But I would look for maybe some play-action pass here from Hinckley.
About a 5-6 yard loss on first down. Head off, goes up the middle. He's going to be Hosler for a short gain. Not a big push up front. He picked up a little bit of the yards that he lost, but still looking uphill now for a second down or for a 3rd down.
Yeah, that's right. That a trap play right up the middle. It's if you, like I said, if you can hit that thing, you could go for big yardage. But Braham did a nice job of staying in their gaps and making the tackle.
Johnson under center. He's going to keep the ball on the far side. He's going to run out to the left side. And a nice open field tackle. That's Yerke coming up to be able to make that play. And that was a lot of room to run on that far sideline.
Yeah, I think if Yerke don't make that play, he's going to be really close to that first down. So, again, another great open field tackle by the Bombers there, and now we got our first punt of the game.
Essentially, basically just got back to the original line of scrimmage. Yerke's going to come back to receive, and now Braham's going to take a timeout. I think they're trying to rush somebody off the field, and we will step away as well. A quick check of the scoreboard. It is 7-0 in favor of the Braham the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, rather, on the M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. Fairview Clinic, Pine City, offering full-service primary care.
At Catholic United Financial.
All right, saw, check. Drill, check. The rest of the tools, check. All right, let's get started.
Honey?
Yes?
Where's all the lumber to build this shed?
The big box store was supposed to drop it off 2 days ago. Is it not out there?
Man, it's the chicken coop all over again.
Bill from work just built a sauna, and he said he went through Hinckley Lumber. Let's call them and see what they can do.
I'm on the phone with them now. They said...
Delivery from Hinckley Lumber. Where do you want it?
There would be great. Thanks.
All in a day's work. But for your next project, like fixing that ugly chicken coop over there, think Hinckley Lumber.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom alongside Joe
Bad
Lattimore.
Snap.
Bad snap. Kick goes straight up in the air, and now there's a concern of it might hit somebody. It's going to be down. That's a tough kick. A great advantage for the Braham Bombers. They're going to have the ball now at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like a little mishandle possibly by the punter there. The snap wasn't I didn't really get to see what it was, but got rushed there, and he was just fortunate to get that punt off and get something out of it at least, maybe 10 yards net punt. So not a great way to change the field position.
7-0 our score, 1:11 to go here in quarter number one as the first punt puts Braham in tremendous field position.
Twins to both sides here.
Had a long extended drive on the last one that resulted in going out on downs. Hayden Lee's going to keep it himself. He's got a little bit of room to run. Runs through an offensive lineman, gets to the near side, tries to pick up a block out in front of him. He's going to get out across the 10, around to the 15 rather, down to about the 12. And what a athletic play by Hayden Lee, just running and weaving in and out of everybody.
Yeah, he's very nifty there on that run. He's kind of stop on a dime and then go to the right and then stop on a dime, go to the left and get upfield. And he was able to get a great momentum change here. And it looks like the Braham will be able to pick up a first down without getting a touchdown as well.
18-yard pickup, I should say, on the play. Gives them the first down. And as you mentioned, it's going to be around the 12-yard line, 11, 12-yard line, and Braham will be working in business in the red zone. Send a man in motion. It's going to be Tarek. Handoff's going to go to Shockman, coming the other direction. Runs right into that defensive line and trying to get a little, not really a counter, but in a way, would you get the whole momentum going one direction, just kind of work against that.
Yeah, you just want to get the eye movement, to get the defense thinking one thing. You got to be thinking your that jet motion coming towards you. Got to be thinking sweep. It might get some guys to push out a little bit, open up that middle, which Braham was trying to do on that play.
Braham's going to have one more play probably before the quarter break, as we're under 30 seconds to go here in quarter number one. Lee takes the shotgun snap. He's going to roll out to the far side, tucks it for a moment, now looks back the other direction. He's sandwiched in the backfield. Getting there is going to be Titus Vang, or correction, it's going to be Levi Dagerstrom, as well as Cole Barron. And it looked like he was going to try to run in between them, and that gap closed in a hurry.
Yeah, that closed in a hurry. That was a munch there, and great pursuit by Hinckley-Finlayson there. And, they're even after that bad punt, they are able to put Braham in a third and very, very long.
As Braham sets up in the red zone in the second quarter, as we take a look at the scoreboard again, 7-0 in favor of the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. On the M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard, Fairview North Branch Urgent Care has extended its hours to noon to 8 on weekdays and 9 to 5 every Saturday and Sunday. We'll be back here on FM 100.9 WCMP.
JD Heating and Air LLC in Mora is your industry-leading HVAC contractor. We offer 24-hour emergency service serving all of East Central Minnesota. We provide a variety of services including heating installation, heating repair, AC installation, air conditioning repair, furnace installation, furnace repair services, water heater repair, and much, much more. We are also working close with East Central Energy and other companies to get you all the rebates offered. Call JD Heating and Air LLC today at 320-336-8832.
M Health Fairview Clinic in Pine City can help your entire family stay healthy, heal from illness and injuries, or manage complex health conditions. Specialties include family medicine, diabetes education, podiatry, and physical therapy. With early morning appointments and 24/7 scheduling online or by phone, M Health Fairview makes it easy to get the care you need. The clinic even offers same-day appointments for when you need care right away. Call 320-629-6721 to make an appointment or visit fairview.org/Pine City.
Morris Chevrolet Buick knows that good people can hit rough patches, especially right now. That shouldn't keep you from getting into the vehicle you want. Morris Chevrolet Buick is here to help. They have financing options available for all levels of credit. So if you need a new vehicle but haven't been able to get financed elsewhere, head over to Morris Chevrolet Buick today. They can work with your less than perfect credit score to help get you into the vehicle you need. You get more at Morris Chevrolet Buick. The deals are better here.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom on hand here out of the break. The quarter break, a incomplete pass in the far sideline, nearly in the area of being picked off, goes now for a incomplete pass, and it'll be a 4th down and 16. And we've seen it now on back-to-back possessions that Braham has had it in very good position or been able to work their way into position and then stalled out. I don't know if they're trying to go for the home run or what it is, but all of a sudden it starts going the other direction quickly.
Right. Well, they had that touchdown that, they just didn't get it. I would look maybe for something down the seam again, back to 24. Looks like that side of the field might be open.
Pair split each side. Back to passes Lee. Rush comes on. He's going to throw it down the far side into the corner. Again, looking for Tower. And it's going to be incomplete over the top of his head. And it'll be over on downs once again to the Jaguars.
Yeah, tough play there. Thrown up in the corner. Hinckley-Finlayson did a great job just playing back and knowing where the sticks were, and had a guy there in the area, and turnover on downs again.
1st and 10 now set up at the 17-yard line for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. Break the huddle and come to the line again. They're both teams try to accomplish the same thing, running the ball between the tackles, but they go very differently as Dagerstrom takes the handoff going near side. He's going to get a little bit up close to the 20, maybe a 3-yard gain. But they have two very differing ways to set up to be able to. Braham likes that wide open. Hinckley, it's not quite the old Moose Lake type of offense, but it's a very bunched formation.
Right, the power T is kind of gaining some momentum here in Minnesota, and that's what Hinckley's running. Like to trap a lot, like to pull some guys, and misdirection is the name of the game.
Pickup of a hair more than 2. Braham shows blitz coming up the middle. They're going to hand it off there once again, but a good hard run. He's going to be close to a 1st down. His Dagerstrom. He's going to be just shy of it. He'll pick up another 7 yards.
Little dive play right through the guard tackle gap there. Good pickup there for Hinckley. Sets up a very manageable 3rd and short.
Braham was bringing Shockman on the blitz, and it was just a matter of, we're going to pick the A gap, right or left, and the blitz went left, he went right, and just happened to find that open spot there. This one's going to be a bunch right at the line of scrimmage, but it looks like he's going to pick up the 1.5 yards that he needs.
Yeah, Brady's a little bit taller, so he's just able to take that initial hit and then just lean forward for the 1st down.
4th first down of the half for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. Stick with us at halftime. We'll wrap up the stats and scoring wrap-up and talk about what each team will need to do in the second half to be able to secure this victory here midway through the football season. We'll also hear from Catholic United Financial, who brings us our halftime report. 10-12 to play. Before we get to that, though, Jaguars take the handoff. It's going to be Crushel working off the right side, bounces it to the outside. Looked like He was slowed up a little bit on that far side by Jordan Leaf. Shockman makes the stop, but Leaf at least slowed him down. And Crushel, if you see that guy in the open field, he's something to see.
Yeah, he'd be off to the races there. Great job of just getting a little bump there and just taking him off his path a little bit for help to come. And Braham did a great job of getting guys to the ball in a hurry.
Same bunch formation comes out, double tight end, 3 backs right behind Johnson. Takes the snap. He's going to hand off. It's going to be on the ground. The handoff was almost too close to him. He picks it up and gets close to the line of scrimmage. He's going to end up only losing about 1, but what a disastrous type of play that worked out mostly okay.
Yeah, and lost a little bit of yards, but, the Bombers, what they love to do is they live off of turnovers and big plays on defense, and that would have been a big play for Braham here early in the second quarter.
Not even a forced turnover, as it almost was like Johnson turned around to hand the ball off, and Crushel or Hosler was too close to him too quickly, and it just popped free.
Somebody was running right and somebody was running left. Dive.
Handoff right up the middle. That's going to be close to the sticks for a first down for Crushel. Looks like he's going to get to the 40. He needed to get to about the 39, so I think he's going to have it. Yeah, the sticks are already moving. The down marker wanted to go to 4th down. Gets the first down as they continue to run the ball fairly effectively up the middle. That was a chance for Braham to be able to slow him down, but
a dive play is a pretty big hitter for them in this second quarter. Oh, fumble.
Braham brings pressure. Shockman got into the backfield. Diggerstrom didn't get that handoff cleanly, and you talked about they try to bring that pressure to try to force some turnovers. That one was not just a mistake. It was definitely Shockman had an effect.
Right, absolutely. That blitz right up the A-gap there really caused some issues for the blocking schemes for the Jaguars, and again, the Jaguars very fortunate to fall on that play. That could have been a scoop and score there. That was out in the open, and Hinckley-Finlayson did a great job of just falling on the ball and living for another day.
They're going to lose about 3-4 yards on first down, and now a fire sale. Everybody moving on that one. Or at least everybody on the left side.
The left side thought it was on 1. The right side thought it was on 2. So it back it up 5.
So that'll be the actually it's the first penalty of the first half for either team.
No, I will say, with all the disruption, everything that's going on, the kids have been playing really good. Like you said, the first penalty there, I haven't seen a lot of penalties in games that I've seen so far this fall. So congratulations to the kids for just concentrating on what they need to do.
Handoff goes to the near side, and just some tough running to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Diggerstrom just using some of the people in front of him, but also just keeping those legs going. He gets back up to the 40-yard line.
3rd and 10 here. Probably, looking for maybe something to that wide side of the field now. Maybe another keep by the quarterback or maybe sweep. Something to get outside and see if they could get some more yards that way.
3rd down and 10 now for the Jaguars. Bombers looking to try to be able to gain a little bit of momentum. We mentioned it before that Hinckley, if they get a stop, gain some momentum. This would be a great chance for their defense to be able to get it back. They bring a little bit of pressure coming up the middle. Looking back to pass. Trying to set his feet is Johnson, and he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. He was able to squirt free for a moment, but he's going to lose about 10 yards on the play.
I think there was a fumble. I think it was a fumble on nope. I was looking at the ref that's on our sideline here. He was stopping the clock, and I thought it was a turnover there. But 4th down, and they are going to punt.
9-yard loss on the sack. In a tough spot. It looked like he wanted to set his feet, but then it almost looked like he set his feet and then realized he was left-handed and had to adjust. And you'd think just the way that he set up didn't seem like he was prepared to throw it. Braham almost tries to block that one. Running out to the near side. What a play by Grice to be able to get it out there.
Great play. Great recognition on the field of knowing what you needed to do. And he knew he wasn't going to get the first down, so just stopped and gave the old pooch punt there and got about, 10, 15-yard swing on it. But, the second half or second quarter here, Braham has really tilted the field in their favor, having it on Hinckley side of the field, and they'll set up shop here at the 50-yard line. So another great starting position here for the Bombers.
Aside from the touchdown possession that Hinckley had, the field position battle has been absolutely in the Braham Bombers' favor, but they just have not been able to take advantage of it. Trying to be able to do so maybe before halftime. 6:12 left to go in the first half. Hinckley shows blitz up the middle. It's going to be Lee keeping it himself. He's going to run it. He runs it off the right, but then he runs back to where that linebacker came from.
Yep.
Smart, heady play by him to be able to use the vacant part of the field.
Right. We always tell the running backs, bend it. Never run in a straight line. You want to be able to make the defense adjust to you. And if you're running on a straight line, it's pretty easy to get a beat on you. So kind of bend it around and make them chase you.
Going to be just a little bit more than 6, almost 7 yards on first down. 3 wide receiver split far side. Again, Yerke, the solo wide receiver on the near side. Handoff's going to go to Shockman off the left side. Got a little bit of room for a moment, but Watrin, who's very good, we've mentioned him a couple of times that he's very good in the open field. Once he gets his hands on you, likely you're not getting free.
Right. The thing that you see right now from the Jaguars defense is there's a window open, but it closes quick, and they do a great job of getting to the ball right now and limiting the big plays. It looks like QB sneak there right under center for Lee.
Looks like he's got that first down, and again, sometimes it's just a matter of you just got to get that little bit. You don't need the big hitter every time. Just get what you need, and
they're
able to do that there.
And hopefully, you just wear them down, and then you can get what you need later in the game, especially in these close, contested ball games.
Almost describe it like boxing, where it's the body blows. To be able to wear things down, you get to that late stage.
That's right.
Then it's just you got the upper hand at that point. Pair split each side. Shockman in the backfield once again. Tower goes in motion. Snap comes. They fake the handoff. Lee's going to keep it himself, but he's going to be run down in the backfield by Crushall. Diggerstrom also got in there, but Crushall, again, so fast from that edge and just gets upfield in a hurry.
Yeah, that defensive end outside linebacker over there just ran that down right from the backside there and made the play for a loss of maybe half a yard.
So we come up on 4:21 to play here in the first half of action, and we're not quite to the point of running a 2-minute offense, and maybe I'll pick your brain for a little bit. I almost kind of look like it's not really a 2-minute offense. In high school, it's almost a 3 or 4-minute offense, just with the nature of running the ball and timeouts.
Right. Well, you got timeouts and you got the clock that stops on first down. So this is an eternity. You got a lot of time to get the yardage you need, especially where you're on this side of the field. Just under 4 minutes here. The playbook's wide open for what you want to do, and you can kind of go from there. But yeah, especially this side of the field, when you're down further, maybe on your own 20, you're thinking, all right, let's get a first down, and maybe then we can kind of open it up a little bit. But right now, anything's available.
Maybe a third down and a little bit more than 6, almost 7 yards for the Bombers. They come to the line. Ball spotted just shy of the 35-yard line. They're going to split a pair each side. Shockman to the right of Lee in the backfield. Takes the snap, rolls right, looking downfield. Got a man. It's going to be off the hands of the intended receiver. Going to be Nate Fiddler, who had it in the open field. I don't know how much he's going to be able to turn it up from there, but at the same time, hit him kind of in stride. Just couldn't quite come down with it.
Yeah, Fiedler had it there. It would have been really close to a first down had he got it, but just not able to hold on to it. So it brings up 4th and 7.
And again, Braham has a drive that moves a little bit and then stalls out. Credit the Hinckley defense as well. It's not all just on the Braham Bombers, but mostly that defense has done a pretty good job tonight getting pressure and being able to hold off on the defensive side as far as defensive backs.
Got the slot open over here.
Looking downfield,
yep.
He had a couple of men that were in the area of open, Fiddler as well as Yerke on this near side. They tried that rollout once again, and as you mentioned, just sailed it right above him.
Yeah. Looked like they were going to bring a blitz on that outside backer, which freed up that slot guy. It was going to be late for the free safety to come over. So had he sat down there at that first down marker stick, they would have had it because that guy was he had the room for a first down.
So Hinckley will take over on downs once again. Braham has given it up on downs pretty much every single possession they've had so far. Hinckley, again, not great field position, but not bad. Handoff goes over to the far side, and a little bit of a pickup by Crushel. Be about a 5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5 now for the Jaguars.
Again, looks like they've found something on the outside that they really like. The Jaguars here, kind of with the keeps, with the sweeps, trying to get to this outside, maybe coming this way to see what happens now to the wide side to us.
They show blitz once again. Shockman comes, but right up the middle it goes, past him.
First down.
And it's going to be a first down to about the 46-yard line.
Must have widened out the defensive tackles just a little bit there, and Johnson saw a little bit of a gap, so he just took it. Got about 6 yards on it.
Not a lot of space to work with in those close quarters, but if you get somebody that's okay being able to bounce off people or can flit through there, that's pretty good. Hosler's going to pick that one up, rolls off a couple of people, trying to be able to get a couple extra yards, be up close to the 50-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 50, so we'll mark it as a pickup of just about
3 or 4 there.
3 yards.
Long 3, short 4. How's that?
That'll work. Snap comes. Johnson's going to hand off near side. Lots of running room this time for Degerstrom. He almost broke it, but he does lose his balance and get tackled in the secondary. But he was kind of in that area as he was rolling off of the tackle of Tepley that it looked like he was going to keep his balance, and then there was nobody behind him.
Well, there was great ball security on his part, too, because they were the tackler there. He was really ripping at that thing, and that could have been on the carpet pretty quick there. So great ball security, picks up the first down. Now Jaguars are in business with 1:43 to go in the first half.
They're going to take a timeout, discuss things. We'll step away as well. 7-0 in favor of the Jaguars. They are driving on FM 100.9 WCMP.
It's time again for Daggett's Fresh Foods One-Day Mega Meat Sale. There is no better place to fill your freezer. Thursday, November 5th, get incredible deals like 10-pound tubes of 80% lean ground beef for just $1.99 per pound. Get whole-in-the-bag New York strip steaks for just $5.99 per pound. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts are just $1.49 per pound. Amazing prices for high-quality meat. Thursday, November 5th from 7 till close. The Daggett's Fresh Foods One-Day Mega Meat Sale. Supplies are limited, so get there early.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom alongside Joe Lattimore here at the ballpark, Freuen Field, home of tonight's matchup between the Braham Bombers and the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. And I'd say it's a beautiful night, but we're in the booth, so it's going to be a beautiful night for us either way.
Regardless, that's right. Maybe something here, the Hinckley took a timeout. They might be thinking maybe 2 plays here, get something here, get it right up to the line. Might not have to.
Crushel bounces it to the outside. He's got a lot of room, and he's finally going to be run down by Tepley, but a huge pickup. From the 38 all the way down to where they're going to mark it, about the 11-yard line. So a huge pickup by Crushel, and that was almost fumbled in the backfield again. Crushel was able to reach down and pick it up before anything happened, though.
Right. Kind of living dangerously here. Dive play to Crushel again. I think he fumbled
the
it.
Middle ball might be on the ground. Bombers are signaling that they have it.
Sterling on the recovery. Sterling on the recovery.
Wow, what a play. Austin Sterling comes away with the ball.
Momentum changer there. Looked like the Jaguars are going to go in and ran that dive off a tackle and just didn't look very clean, and ball was down, and Braham was there to pick it up, and now they've got a shot to maybe go down the field here in a minute 21 and potentially tie this thing.
And Braham does have the talent, the wide receivers, to be able to do that. We'll see if they do try to use that aerial game a little bit, or if they try to at least – let's wear the clock off and get to halftime. They do receive in the second half.
Right. They got 2 timeouts. They got 2 timeouts, and get that first down here first, and then maybe go a NASCAR or whatever you want to call it to hurry up and get to the line and have a couple plays called so you're ready to go and not wasting a lot of time or timeouts that you might need. Again, you got Yerke down here to the bottom of the screen.
They're going to hand the ball off. Shockman slips one tackle. Correction, Lee just kept it himself. Yep. Drives up field. He's going to be short of a first down, but he does get a pretty solid pickup on first down.
I think they're going to conserve their timeouts here. Get up, hurry up to the line.
Braham comes to the line once again.
Got the twins to both sides.
Back to pass, looking right, flushed out of the pocket over to the near side. Scaff is in the area. Ball knocked up in the air. He had Yerke out there, but it was batted up in the air by, I believe that's Parati that got a paw on that one, and would have been a first down, maybe a little bit more, but a great play by Parati.
Yeah, just, playing your position, drop until you find somebody, and that's what they did there. And, if you can play in your zone coverages, it makes it very tough windows to throw into, and Lee was just not able to thread that one through on that one.
Play comes in from the sideline with Lee, gets it from the offensive coordinator, and gets set. See what they decide to do with 48.9 seconds left on the clock.
You don't get this first down. Hinckley's got some time. They might want to take a timeout. So this first down here is pretty critical.
And it is a third down and short. Lee's going to have to cut up field to get the first down. He does there. It looked like he was going to be trapped in the backfield. He's going to pick up the necessary 5 yards to be able to pick up the first down. But that was
right to the line here.
That was a little dangerous for a second in the backfield.
It's like, oop, that might not be good.
They get the change set. Braham trying to get a play going quick before the clock winds. Clock winds. They get the shotgun snap. Lee drops back to pass.
Should have been a false start.
Yep, there it is. The flag comes. It looked like the official was trying to blow the whistle, but he was trying to find the flag in his pocket.
Looks like Lee might have had just a little bit of a lean back there before the ball came, and that's what they got him on.
Be Braham's first penalty of the game. And as you mentioned, we have noticed that in a lot of the games we've covered, volleyball and football, that it's been remarkably clean for limited practice time and kind of a last-second rush to get the games going.
That's right, and it's amazing. Like I said, it's amazing how focused the kids have been about just trying to make sure that everybody knows their responsibility and playing as clean as possible.
Pair of wide receivers split each side. Lee's going to keep it himself. Works off the left side. Not much doing over there on 1st and 15.
Might be thinking just go to half and let's regroup here and figure out what we can do in the second half.
And that'll be the horn that'll go off, and we are going to halftime. Our halftime program with a 7-0 score in favor of the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. The halftime program will be brought to you by Catholic United Financial, a faith-directed not-for-profit company. If you're over at age 65, then you need the backup insurance to Medicare. Get a quote and save from Denise Dagerstrom.
At Catholic United Financial, we've been part of the community for over 140 years, on a mission to grow the financial security of Catholics. For every step, for every journey, for life. If you're age 65 and older, make sure you have backup health insurance to Medicare from a member-directed, member-owned, not-for-profit. Catholic United Financial.
Minnesota, it's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani, online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Quality Disposal is more than just a catchy name. It's a business philosophy. Serving Kanabec County and surrounding areas, Quality Disposal Systems goes the extra step. They return your cart where it was left and pick up some extra litter if it falls from the cart. The best part about Quality Disposal? When you call, they answer, and you get to talk to a real person right away. Why not experience a new standard of service? Contact them today at QualityDisposalSystems.com. Experience a new standard of service with Quality Disposal Systems.
Procrastination, the art of putting off today what we can do tomorrow. But when it comes to your retirement, time is money. Now's the time to get the help you need with retirement planning, probate avoidance, wealth transfer, tax issues, guaranteed income, and so much more. Todd Schoberg at Schoberg & Holmstrom Financial Services in Mora has over 25 years as a safe money advisor and retirement planner. For more information, go to SchobergHolmstrom.com. Stop procrastinating and start planning for the retirement you deserve.
What does that Ski-Doo feeling sound like? Yeah, it sounds a little something like that. And now you can get that Ski-Doo feeling during our Yellow Tag event on now. Visit Caswell Cycle in Mora and online at CaswellCycle.com and get up to $1,500 off select 2020 Summit 850 E-Tech models. Offer ends October 31st, 2020. Restrictions apply. Customer offers based on creditworthiness. See dealer for details.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Wellia Health is the leading provider of healthcare in East Central Minnesota, offering services to Mora, Pine City, Hinckley, and the surrounding communities. We have the always welcoming care you've come to expect close to home, with cutting-edge technology and multitude of specialty services, so you can receive the medical care you need when you need it. Live life well with Wellia Health. WelliaHealth.org.
D&D Heating and Air Conditioning, the go-to company for your Amana heating and air conditioning needs. D&D Heating and Air Conditioning provides quality workmanship and superior service with professional, dependable, and knowledgeable technicians for your complete heating, air conditioning, and indoor air quality products and systems. That's their promise to you. Now scheduling into 2021. Find D&D Heating online at deheatingcooling.com. D&D are here to answer all your HVAC equipment and indoor comfort questions and needs.
Braham Ford is celebrating over 84 years of friendly hometown service and sales of F-Series trucks. It's ties like that have made the Ford F-Series America's #1 brand of truck for over 40 years. And when it comes to safety, the truck that leads the pack is the high-strength, military-grade aluminum body Ford F-150. This season, bring over 40 years of tradition to your next tailgate party. Find your next Ford at Braham Ford or online at BrahamFord.com.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
At Town & Country Insurance, we recognize the value of teamwork and believe that hard work pays off both in sports and in life. We wish all the athletes competing this season good luck and encourage you to put your all into practice today to achieve victory tomorrow. Trust in teamwork. Trust in tomorrow. Contact Town & Country Insurance, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at towncountry-ins.com today for all your insurance needs. Trust in tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom on hand back here in Braham. It's a 7-0 lead for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars here at halftime. And Coach, we talked about a little bit at the beginning of the game that it was going to be really the line of scrimmage that's going to determine this game. First possession, it looked like it was going to be just whoever can score last.
Right. Both teams went right up and down the field there. Hinckley-Finlayson took that for opening drive right down the field. A very crisp, clean first drive, set up a touchdown score, and then kicked that extra point. And Braham came down and stalled out, and then was able to keep the field position in their favor. Play on Hinckley's side of the field. But just we're not able to get those big receptions or plays that they needed. They had a couple opportunities in the end zone, just couldn't hit those connections right now. So, but it was a fun, entertaining first half.
Hinckley-Finlayson scoring on their first possession just 2.5 minutes in at 9:32. They got a 7-play, 53-yard drive. Johnson scored on the 1-yard plunge. Crone added the extra point, which made it 7-0. And the line of scrimmage, we talked about who's winning it or losing it. And to this point, I'm not sure that I have a clear winner on either side. I feel like Hinckley's doing a little bit better job at that line of scrimmage, but it's not an overwhelming one way or the other at this point.
I would agree with you. I think it's pretty much a stalemate about who's winning that line of scrimmage. That opening drive for Hinckley was really well. They established it right away, but up until that last drive of the first half, they had some issues. Had to punt a few times. Their punter made a great play just to get the ball off. And then the Bombers have been able to go down the field and go as well. So I would say both defensive lines are playing well right now, and it'll be interesting to see which offensive line is going to rise to the occasion here in the second half.
Each team has had 4 offensive possessions. Hinckley scored with 1, punted twice, and had 1 turnover late in the first half. Braham Bombers, other than the final possession where they essentially just ran out of time at halftime, the first 3 possessions, gave it up on downs each time. They showed the ability to move the ball. They did pick up first downs in the first half. If you take a look at the Braham stats, 22 rushing attempts, 79 yards, 4 first downs in the first half, but they were 1 of 8 through the air for 1 yard on that screenplay that almost worked but didn't quite work. And they would move it a little and then stall out.
Right. It just they would get in a position where it would be a second and long, third and long, and they'd have to do stuff that they didn't want to do. But if Braham can stay on schedule, keep those 2nd and 5 medium, 2nd and 7, and third and short, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, then that's the way they want to play. Then they can do a little bit more with their playbook. So stay out of those long downs, both teams, and that'll help them keep possession of the ball and keep drives alive.
And on the flip side of things, we talked about that it felt like Hinckley was maybe leading in the line of scrimmage battle. They had 23 rushing attempts, so 1 more rushing attempt, but they had 125 yards on the ground. So almost 50 more yards on the ground on just 1 more rushing attempt. They haven't really had that big, long hitter like they've had in some games, but 125 yards and a half is pretty good.
Yeah, you'll take that as an offensive coordinator. You're able to establish that line of scrimmage and get first downs, and that they've been what Hinckley-Finlayson has been able to do is find some places to run, whether that be the C gap between the guard and the tackle or a little bit outside. But they've been able to find some areas where Braham is a little softer than they are in other places. So look for Hinckley-Finlayson to be able to keep trying that, see if that's still there. And on the other side, the Braham Bombers are going to be saying, hey, we got to make sure we got a guy filling this gap and make sure that we are gap sound, and that we build that wall so we can shut down their running game and make them pass the ball.
And as you mentioned, being able to shut down those gaps, Braham likes to be able to bring pressure, especially with Shockman in one of those middle gaps, that A gap, trying to be able to get into that backfield. There's a certain part of me that what's kept this game close has been 0 for 0, essentially through the air, has been Johnson, who was sacked once for 9 yards. But they've fumbled the ball twice, right, losing one of them, again, right before the half. But they do have the 5 first downs and 2 punts. But that's something that pressure has had an effect on the Hinckley offense, which has kept this game very close.
Right.
But I almost feel like, we talked about it during the pregame, I'm waiting for that quick little tight end hitter where Scaff just runs where Shockman used to be standing. And we'll see if that safety comes up and helps.
Right, yeah. Hinckley-Finlayson is playing that, Braham plays the safety a little bit deeper, but the tight end plays such a large role in the blocking for Hinckley-Finlayson as well. So maybe lull him to sleep a little bit and get him on, like you said, get him right down the middle, or maybe running out with them. What Braham's able to do with their middle linebacker, especially Shockman, is he'll blitz anywhere. He'll send him to the A gap, B gap. He'll bring him off the C gap when he thinks he knows where the play is going to go. So he's all over the field, and that's how they like to run their defense. They've been very, very successful with it over the years.
Hinckley-Finlayson leads it 7-0 here at halftime on the M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard, with convenient on-site pharmacies in Rush City and North Branch. We'll come back and talk a little bit more about what each team's going to need to do in the second half when we return on FM 100.9 WCMP.
Hey, neighbor.
Hey, Dave. Had to call. Saw the Connecticut truck in your driveway. Finally got your water fixed?
You bet. We had Aquarius install a Connecticut whole home system.
Smell gone?
Yep.
Rust and white scaling gone?
Yes, sir. And we have worry-free drinking water right from the faucet.
Connecticut is the world's most efficient.
The family loves it. Thanks, neighbor.
Aquarius Home Services, your local authorized Connecticut dealer, is taking extra precautions to help ensure your safety. For worry-free water, visit ConnecticutMN.com to schedule your free water analysis and learn how you can save 25%. That's ConnecticutMN.com.
Aurelius Manufacturing has been providing innovative solutions to customers since 1926. Specializing in the production of custom welded hydraulic cylinders for over 40 years, our focus is on providing value to customers through innovative problem solving, quality workmanship, and customer service. Our team works with your team to develop designs that provide the most value for your application. We leverage technology and craftsmanship, turning designs into finished products quickly and accurately. Aurelius Manufacturing is a proud sponsor of the Braham Bombers.
All your life, you've worked hard to take care of your family. You put in years of hard work so your loved ones can have a better life. Don't stop there. Let Barry Law Offices help you put together a will or trust to make sure your family is taken care of if the unexpected were to happen. Everyone's situation is different. That's why Barry Law Offices works with you to put together an out-of-the-box solution for your family. For a free consultation, contact them today at barrylawoffices.com. Do what's right for you and your family with the help of Barry Law Offices today.
Monuments are everlasting commemoratives to show our appreciation for lives lived, moments given, and celebrations with loved ones. Braham Monument Company has helped countless families celebrate and commemorate lives and moments for over 110 years. So when you need them, they'll be there for you every step of the way with your monument selection. Check out their website at BrahamMonument.com and see for yourself the amazing selection they have.
I'm Steve Schwartzbar, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of all the local teams on WCMP. Call me, Steve Schwartzbar, at 763-552-1100 for all your investment needs.
Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank & Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getThere. Franzen Bank & Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, saw, check. Drill, check. The rest of the tools, check. All right, let's get started.
Honey?
Yes?
Where's all the lumber to build this shed?
The big box store was supposed to drop it off 2 days ago. Is it not out there?
Man, it's the chicken coop all over again.
Bill from work just built a sauna, and he said he went through Hinckley Lumber. Let's call them and see what they can do.
I'm on the phone with them now. They said...
Delivery from Hinckley Lumber. Where do you want it?
There would be great. Thanks.
All in a day's work. But for your next project, like fixing that ugly chicken coop over there, think Hinckley Lumber.
JD Heating and Air, LLC in Mora is your industry-leading HVAC contractor. We offer 24-hour emergency service serving all of East Central Minnesota. We provide a variety of services including heating installation, heating repair, AC installation, air conditioning repair, furnace installation, furnace repair services, water heater repair, and much, much more. We are also working close with East Central Energy and other companies to get you all the rebates offered. Call JD Heating and Air, LLC today at 320-336-8832.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom on hand alongside Coach Joe Lattimore of the Rush City Tigers. And Joe, it's a 7-0 lead on our M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard as we look towards the second half of play. Hinckley-Finlayson does have that lead. They have played pretty well with that line of scrimmage. Braham is probably going to need to do something to be able to adjust that. Like you mentioned, maybe some pressure.
Right. So, Braham will get the ball first here in the second half, and they'll be able to get their see what they're doing. I think both teams have been able to do what they wanted to do, both on offense. So that'll be something that they will continue to work on and make sure that both teams are gonna know that they think, hey, we got the right formula here to win this game. We just gotta, for Braham, hey, we just gotta make sure that we are connecting on our passes, make sure we're getting our blocks, and likewise for Hinckley-Finlayson, they're going to be like, okay, we just got to sustain blocks, hold on to the ball, and we got a great shot of winning this game in the second half.
In a way, I don't want to say you don't change anything, but at the same time, if you're a Jaguars fan or Jaguars player, coach, I don't know that you change much from that first half.
Just do what you've been doing, right? And just ball security will be the big thing. What decides high school football games more often than not is who has the more turnovers. If you can hold on to the ball and end each drive with a kick, as I like to say, you're doing pretty good. So whether that be a punt or kickoff or whatever the case may be, but you need to make sure that you hold on to that ball, and that'll be huge for both teams here in the second half to make sure that ball security is job number one.
Hinckley-Finlayson will kick off to start the second half. Braham will have their first opportunity. Hinckley-Finlayson on their first possession of the first half went down and scored in 2.5 minutes. I think Braham would love to be able to do that same thing and really make this an interesting ball game. It already is just with the one score, but if they score and tie things up, then we start getting into that, not a panic, but things tense up just a little bit more.
Right. So you're going to take a hit, and how do you respond to it? That'll be the key then. So for Hinckley-Finlayson, if that does happen, otherwise both teams are just going to have to figure out how this goes in the start the second half here.
Jacob Perotti, left-footed kick, boots this one down. It's going to bounce about the 25-yard line. Nice kick by Perotti. He's going to be brought up along the far side by Lee and run out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Looks like they'll mark it about the 36, and that's where they will start in the second half of play with their first possession.
Great hands there by Lee. Again, a ball that's not easy to pick. He was able to pick it clean, and then get a good yard on it, and a good yardage on it, I should say, and set up pretty good. I mean, starting at the 36-yard line, that's not a bad spot to start.
Bombers have it now, 1st and 10, just underway. Second half of play, 7-0. Hinckley-Finlayson leads it. Braham comes out with, once again, a 4-wide receiver formation, 3 to the near side. Yerke split by his lonesome to the far side. They're going to run off tackle over to the near side. And Shockman's going to try to drive it upfield. Pick up a little bit. Max Longren on the pull from his left tackle position. You could see him coming through like a road grader. He was ready to hit somebody.
Yeah, you don't miss Big 73 when he's coming down the line. You better be watching for him, or he's gonna plant you.
Pick up of a little more than 2 on first down.
Again, Braham just trying to establish that run, see if there's any openings that they can go through here, and see if they can break one.
Fiddler, Leaf, and Tower to the left side, or to the right side, rather. Lee thought about a little wide receiver flare. Smart play by him to pull it back. He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield and brought down by Crushall. But that was a play that Hinckley did a good job sniffing it out, but Lee did a great job not throwing that little wide receiver bubble screen.
As I was just going to say, Andy, he was ready to throw that thing, and he saw a white shirt sitting right there, so it was a great decision on his part to pull that thing back. Otherwise, that could have been 6 the other way, because Hinckley-Finlayson had a guy sitting right there waiting for that.
He reached back, ready to pull that trigger, but just thought better of it, which was a great decision by him. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 12, though. Not much going on offense here so far. Back to pass is going to be Leo. Flare it out to the near side. Shockman in the flat, and a beautiful wide-open tackle by 29 Hosler, being able to bring him down, and another loss of about 3 or 4.
You know, what I'm seeing here from Hinckley-Finlayson is they're sitting on the short stuff here. They're daring Braham to throw it deep here just by how they're playing here. They're jumping all the short stuff here. So maybe what Braham will do here in the next possession is maybe look to take a slant and go type look and just get somebody deep to see if they can bust somebody.
Kyle Peterson sets up for his first punt of the game. Kicks this one out. It's very high. It's going to bounce at about the
It hit him.
46-yard line. Ball looked like it might have hit somebody. Braham picks it up, and
I thought it hit Hinckley Jaguar there.
It looked like it skipped right in that area, and it's a dangerous thing, especially with high school punters don't usually have a 60-yard leg.
Right.
And you end up kicking into a crowd anyway.
Boy, that back guy's got to be screaming poison, 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 having everybody just run away from that thing.
That punt comes down just a little ways. It'll be the 47-yard line, the best field position that Hinckley has had tonight. Rushel to the right side a little bit, but again, Lundgren right there for it. As that defensive line for the Braham Bombers continuing to have their effect on the game.
Right, they were trying to go off tackle there, but Big 73 was having none of it longer, and he sat right there in the hole and was able to make the play for no gain on that.
2nd down and 10 now. Johnson sets under center. Takes the snap. Is going to hand off. Crushell near side. Lots of room. Gets into the secondary. Is tackled. Nice open field tackle by Peterson on the play. Being able to stop him, but that'll be a pickup of 11 and a first down for the Jags.
Defensive end is coming up the field, and that's opening up that seam to run through for the Jaguars there. So maybe a little better job by the defensive end would be maybe come down a little bit and take that away.
First down for the Jaguars. Handoff to Crushell going off the right side. Slips one tackle and works his way to that second level up to about the 26-yard line. Pick up about 6 or 7 yards.
Yep, that's what happened. Fell out of his pocket there.
Mark it down is a 2nd down and about 3 remaining. Johnson under center gets set, and the right guard moves. We're going to get a flag, and assumedly a false start on the Jags.
Yeah, that's what it is. It looks like the right guard was a little too eager there to get going, and it's going to cost his team 5 yards.
That's a big play in a way for the Braham defense, as it was a 2nd down and very short. Now, at least it's a 2nd down and 7. A little tougher for Hinckley, a little better for Braham.
Right, 2nd and 7. Still on schedule, but not where you were. Dive again.
Show blitz. They're going to go up the middle, and that defensive line is going to blow that up and stop it for no gain.
Defensive line did a much better job there on that left side for the Bombers, playing their gap responsibility, and ran right into that wall of a defensive line.
So we'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 now. A big 3rd down play for both teams to kind of set the tone for the second half.
Right. Hinckley's probably got 2 downs here to get this. Run that again, that quick dive to Crushell, right the C gap.
That was a nice play by Crushell. He got into that second level, but he was spun around, tried to release, looked like he was going to, but credit Braham holding on that.
They just grabbed on and did not let go. Brings up about 4th and 2, about where they were at 2nd down here now. A big play for both teams here. Jaguars are in great shape here for to pick up this first down. 4th and short. Braham needs to make a play.
4th and short. Johnson under center. Triple backfield once again. Handoff's going to go to Diggerstrom, trying to get the edge. He's going to have the first down, and he's going to be run out at about the 20-yard line. Had to get that edge, and there was a lot of room as Braham definitely packed in that middle. Tepley runs him out of bounds, but a smart play to try to use kind of what they've done all game long to their advantage.
Right, kind of packed it in, like you said, and was able just to, it looked like that was maybe going to go off tackle. Running back did a great job of seeing it. It was open outside and just bounced it out and was able to pick up the first down.
7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter of play as he goes out of bounds, stops the clock. 7-0 is the lead for the Jaguars. Handoff's going to go Crushel off the right side. Big hole to work with, but it closes quickly. Shockman makes the tackle, but looking down the angle, I don't know if you could see it on the camera, but there is a wide open lane on that side, but nothing upfield.
That closed quick. That was a gaping hole, and it was shut very quick. So great pursuit by the Bombers there, too. I mean, that looked like it could have been 6. It ends up being 2nd and 9 now for Hinckley-Finlayson.
Jaguars come to the line. Triple backfield. Handoff's going to go up the middle. It's going to be Diggerstrom. No, that's going to be, correction, not Diggerstrom, Hosler on that one. Still a short gain, but not a lot going as Coach Kunke yelling out some additional information for his defensive line, trying to get that play call in. Kunke, the defensive mind, trying to get his group all set to go.
It was a quick little trap there by the Jaguars, and Hinckley did a great job of just, again, sealing it for minimal amount of yards. That dive play again.
Handoff is going to go for Crushel. Crushel tries to reach forward. I think he had the first down anyway, but he tried to reach forward once again. He's going to get down inside the 10 to about the 5-yard line. Picks up 10, needing 6.
Boy, that dive play has just been working really good to that left side for Jaguars, giving it to Crushel right in that C gap. A lot of room to run, and the Jaguars are taking advantage of it.
So it's going to be 1st and goal now at about the 5-yard line for the Jaguars. Johnson under center is going to keep it himself, just trying to push that line forward. And he's going to be pushed going the other direction. Ball did pop out, but forward momentum and everything had stopped. He was wrestled to the ground as the ball was being ripped free. Mark it as a pickup of about a yard or 2, yard and a half.
Yeah, looks like about the 3-yard line. Maybe 4, 3-yard line. Trying to catch him snoozing there with a quarterback sneak, and Braham was not having any of it.
11th play of the drive.
Dive again.
It's going to be off the left side. Crushel gets to the end zone, and he is in. He was stood up at the goal line, but he had already crossed the plane at that point in time, and the 14th play is the final one as they punch it in for the touchdown. 14 plays covering 53 yards for the score.
Not a great yards per carry, but hey, it works. You get the touchdown. Now you're with the extra point pending here. You could go up by 14 here, and really took a lot of time off the clock.
Score at 4:45.
Oh.
Of the third quarter. Back to pass. Throw it over to the near side. It's going to be good. The 2-point goes to Hosler.
Looks like Brady Johnson, the holder there, had a little bit of trouble with it, and instead of trying to put the ball down, he just ran the old fire play and found his receiver in the corner there for a 2-point conversion.
Makes it now 15-0 in favor of the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, as they have a pretty good drive. Braham had a couple opportunities to be able to slow them up, but that trap play, that little off guard play with Crushel has been such a dominant play all night long for this Jaguar squad.
Right, the Jaguars have found something that works, and they've just keep going to the well. And if it's working, don't change it.
We noticed it a little bit in the game against East Central. It's been a little bit more balanced tonight, but in the game against East Central, it felt like they ran the plays to Hosler, but primarily Diggerstrom in the first half, and then Crushel, essentially with fresh legs, just dominated the second half against East Central with just really a tale of two halves. Ball on the far side, Leaf has to just fall on it. Is again that bounding ball, tough to be able to pick up. Bombers will have it now, kind of getting into that area of, I don't want to say needing to score, but at the same time, if you average about 4, maybe 5 possessions for a half, and that was a very extended drive, as you mentioned, for Hinckley-Finlayson, this will be their second drive. It's not a must score, but you need to do something.
Right, you start running out of time and possessions, like you said. So not panic mode yet, but score here or a nice sustained drive to get something would be good for the Bombers right now.
Double back set. Shockman's get the handoff. Bouncing over the near side. A little bit of a different look. Normally it's been 4 wide receivers, but they moved one of them into the backfield with Lee on that one.
Yeah, they have only run one back so far, and this is the first time this game that we saw the 2-back look, and they run that little cross buck, or they fake it one way and come the other way with a couple pullers, and a big play about 7 yards on it for Shockman. So maybe that's something that Braham has seen now that they're gonna try and utilize.
They go with that same formation, 2 wide receivers to the far side, Yerke on the near side, pair of running backs splitting each side of Lee. Takes the snap. He's going to hand off, going off the left side. Taking the ball is going to be Luke Gould. Going to be brought down by Cole Barron. Picks up maybe 1.5 yards on the play, but a 3rd and short, which is something that Braham needs to keep in kind of in their back pocket.
Yeah, get this first down here, and then you can start maybe take a shot on your next play, but definitely get this first down and go from there.
2 wide receivers near side, single wide receiver to the far side. They hand it off, going near side. Shockman cuts it up front. He's got a little bit of room on the outside across the 50 to the 45 and tracked down finally by Brady Johnson at about the 43-yard line. When he bounced it to the outside, if he wouldn't have had to readjust, it looked like he was about to hit the home run.
When it first started, it was like, boy, that don't look good. And then all of a sudden he bounced, and then that didn't look very good. And then he bounced again, and he put his foot in the ground and went north-south and was able to pick up the first down there. So a nice little run by Shockman to pick up the first down, what Braham needed.
Picks up about 14 yards, but more importantly, the first down, as you mentioned, is a critical thing for the Bombers here as they try to continue their possessions. Again, two backs in the backfield, flanking each side of Lee. He's going to hand it to Shockman going near side. Got a little bit opening. Ball's on the ground. Picked up and still going with it on this near side is going to be Peterson. What a job by Peterson. Usually you just want to fall on that ball. Just hold on to that ball.
Yeah.
But Peterson had some space.
Right. It was a hey, we got a lot of yards on this one, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, I can get a little bit more, and picked it up and made what could have been disaster into a big play. Now Braham's in business here, just outside the 20-yard line.
20-yard pickup, put it down to the 22, and that was one of those. He had the first down, and then it looked like all disaster struck.
Yeah.
But Peterson, Johnny on the spot, scoops that one up.
And this 2-back set is causing the Jaguars a little bit of issues here because now you've got 2 guys that you got to deal with in the backfield.
Gould has the ball come out, but he was stopped and pushed back. And as you mentioned, it's not just having the 2-back set, but Braham has clearly made a focus that we will hand it off to the other guy.
Right.
So it's not like the spread offense where they don't pass the ball all that often. They are definitely making sure that you have to respect both sides of that.
You got to keep them honest.
No pickup on that one. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. Lost maybe half a yard. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side.
You got that receiver to the top of the screen here who could run a slant and have a lot of room to run through here.
Fake the handoff one way. It's going to be Shockman going the other direction. And one of the things I'm very impressed with the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars throughout the course of the night tonight, not even so much open field tackling, but when they get a hold of you, they don't let go. You're not breaking a lot of arm tackles and getting a lot of room with the Jaguars.
Right. They've been very fundamentally sound in terms of, getting there, wrapping up, and making sure that they hold on. And if they don't make the tackle, then they've got guys running the ball and having great team defense take place.
Minute and a half to go here in the third quarter of play. 15-0 is the score for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars and the M Health Fairview scoreboard. Fairview Clinic Pine City also has full-service rehab department, including physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech, and cardiac rehab. Lee sets up in shotgun. Again, the 2 backs next to him. Shockman's going to get the handoff. Bounces to the near side. Runs over one man, and he's going to be close to the first down. He came to the near side. Jacob Parati came up and met him, and Shockman ran him right over. What a physical play by Shockman. Looks like he's going to have the first down. I thought it was going to maybe be short the way that he went out of bounds hitting the sticks. He ends up picking up about 9 yards to get that first down. Looks like they're going to put the sticks out there. It looked like the nose of the football was at the line of the 10, which would insinuate that it'd be end goal, but they got the sticks out there, so it's going to be 1st and 10. I don't know how much you're going to be able to pick up the first down, but nonetheless, you do have it first down. Pair of backs in the backfield. They fake the handoff. They're just going to have Gould run the blocker for Lee. Lee's going to pick up maybe a couple of yards. Crushel, I believe it was the first man. He skipped around that block of Gould, but it still slowed him up enough. Maybe a pickup of 3 on the play. Oh, yep, now they are putting the sticks down, so it was 1st and goal. Pickup of 3, mark it down to about the 7-yard line. Down to about 40 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter, and Braham will have maybe one more play. I don't know that they'll try to rush a second play out there. Shotgun set once again. 2 wide receivers near side, single wide receiver to the far side. Gould and Shockman in the backfield. Shockman's going to get it near side. Tries to cut it upfield. Good push by that offensive line. He's going to be short of the goal line, but not by much. Looks like he's going to get to about the 3-yard line. Mark it a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, they tried to get him in there. They ran hard right into that hole, and then tried to get a little help from his buddies there. But the Jaguars were there to stop him and set up a 3rd down.
15-0 is the score as we finish 3 quarters of play. Braham knocking on the doorstep with the 3rd down play, 3 yards out from being able to put some points on the board. We'll have that for you when we return on FM 100.9 WCMP.
M Health Fairview Clinic in Pine City can help your entire family stay healthy, heal from illness and injuries, or manage complex health conditions. Specialties include family medicine, diabetes education, podiatry, and physical therapy. With early morning appointments and 24/7 scheduling online or by phone, M Health Fairview makes it easy to get the care you need. The clinic even offers same-day appointments for when you need care right away. Call 320-629-6721 to make an appointment or visit fairview.org/Pine City.
Morris Chevrolet Buick knows that good people can hit rough patches, especially right now. That shouldn't keep you from getting into the vehicle you want. Morris Chevrolet Buick is here to help. They have financing options available for all levels of credit. So if you need a new vehicle but haven't been able to get financed elsewhere, head over to Morris Chevrolet Buick today. They can work with your less than perfect credit score to help get you into the vehicle you need. You get more at Morris Chevrolet Buick. The deals are better here.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom alongside Coach Joe Lattimore here in Braham as we work our way to the 4th quarter of play. And Braham knocking on the doorstep, 3 yards for a touchdown, trailing 15-0. And Coach, we talked a little bit about trying to be able to do something different on offense. And it's a small thing moving an extra back into that backfield, but Braham has not only just moved them there, but used them. And it's, I don't want to say caused havoc, but it's had an effect.
Right. Well, it gives the linebackers a different set of things to worry about and look at. So, I mean, if you can make them hesitate just a little bit there to see who actually has the ball, it gives you a little bit of running room here.
Gould and Shockman again in the backfield as Braham faces a 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Shotgun snap to Lee. He's going to keep it himself. Got grabbed in the backfield. That slowed him down just a little bit. I think Diggerstrom got a hand on him. He didn't make a tackle and wasn't involved in it, but he got a piece of him to slow him down. And I think he's going to gain nothing on the play.
Yeah, that, it was looked a little really congested in there, and just not a lot of running room. And Jaguars are able to make the play and set up a huge 4th down here inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line.
So a 4th down play. This is a big play right here. Really for both teams, but especially for Braham as they trail by 2 scores right now. Single setback is going to be Shockman. Lee's going to keep it himself. Going to try to rush up that far sideline. He's not going to get there. He's going to be about a half a yard short. That is about as close as you can get. And just couldn't quite plunge that in.
There might be only one blade of grass on the green grass there on the ground between where the ball is going to end up and the white line of the goal line here.
And now is where things get a little interesting as well, because it's a huge stop, but Hinckley's backed up.
Right. I would think quarterback sneak here just to get some room here. Johnson just take it as far as he can up, get what he can.
Johnson under center is going to keep it himself. They get a decent push on that front line. Looks like he's going to pick up about 2 or 3 yards, at least get out of the shadow of the end zone where you can hand the ball off and have a chance.
Right, now they can run a little bit all of their offense, and if they wanted to, that dive play to Kreschel has been open all night. Maybe now's an opportunity where you might be able to break something big here.
Pickup of about 2 yards, second down at 8. Johnson under center, hands the ball off, going far side. And that's the play that we were talking about. You needed to have that little bit of space. I think he got out of the end zone, but it's back to that original line of scrimmage right up against the goal line, and that's what that sneak did for you.
Right, it was a great job there by the Bombers. Was able to play gap sound defense and make the play. That's the play that's been gashed them there in the third quarter quite a bit. Kreschel off of left tackle. Now it sets up a really close play. Now what you want to do is just get enough room here so you can punt the ball out of your end zone.
Especially with 3rd down and 10, where you're at on the field right now, you don't want to give up that safety because then you still got to kick the ball anyway.
Right.
And you lose the possession. Johnson's going to try to hand off the far side. He's going to get out of the end zone. Kreschel's going to get up to maybe the 2-yard line. They're calling for the safety, but the official comes in. It looks like he got to about the 1-yard line. Well, the official, instead of marking the ball, he's coming up to talk to the referee.
It looks like the guy on the far side's got it marked where it was down. It looks like he's about the 1-yard line. So they gave him a little bit of room there. So not a lot of room. 4th down and 10. Now, even though you didn't score, you were able to get a 3-and-out, and now you're making them punt out of their end zone. And the Jaguars have not done a very good job of cleanly getting the punt snaps back here, so this could be a big play as well.
So just getting in position for the punt isn't always a guarantee. We did see Grice took the ball down and ran out to do the running kick. The old, I remember the Gophers punter that used to do that years ago. But was it Lloyd, I think? Maybe
Reese Lloyd.
Reese Lloyd. Snap comes back, and they blocked it, but it's going to come out at about the 13-yard line. Braham got a piece of that one in the backfield, and
Shockman.
It's a big block. It wasn't going to be a great kick, but good job.
Shockman timed that snap just perfect and was able to go running right through the line there and was in the eyes of the punter, and the punter just did everything he could just to get that ball out. And although not a great, about 11-yard punt, I guess, after the partial block. So. Again, a lot of time left, 8:47 left in the game here. Braham is looking inside the 20, so here's a great opportunity now to get a score and make this a one-possession game. It's up to the Jaguars now to kind of get the stop.
Braham has had some pretty good field position, but this clearly their best as they block the punt and they get it on the 11. Handoff's going to be Gould off the near side, and a good solid run by Gould to be able to pick up. Appears to be about 3, almost 4 yards before first contact.
Right. It was a great job just to get some yards there, and now gets it onto the left hash, and now Braham has that wide side, the right side, which is the quarterback's passing arm up. So maybe something now roll out to the right as well to get Lee out on the open, or kind of a run pass option. If he sees anything past it, if not, just take it and go.
2nd down and 6. It's going to be Shockman off the right side. He's going to cut up field and appears to be inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. He's going to be awfully close to a first down. Let's see where they mark it. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and about 1.
Yeah, he's really close there. Again, that little crossbuck or whatever you want to call it, fake to the first guy coming across the quarterback, giving it to the other guy, second guy through, and Shockman's been able to find a lot of room on that right side running.
So it's going to bring up now a 3rd down and about 1.5 yards. Snap comes back, and it was a high snap that Lee was able to get it down and get it away, but kind of a dangerous play, blown up. They're going to lose yards on the play. And again, Braham on the doorstep and have a play that goes the backwards.
Yeah, it looks like there was a little bit of miscommunication in the backfield there between the running backs. Maybe somebody left early or didn't go the right way, or kind of really messed up the timing. So now it brings up a 4th and about 5 here for the Bombers. Still run to get a first down, it looks like, on the field. So another big play here for the Bombers. Jaguars, all you got to do is play the sticks, right? Keep everything in front of you, make the tackle in front of the sticks, and you get the ball back.
It's under 7 minutes to play here in the ball game. 4th down and 5. Lee in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks left, now back to the right. Touchdown pass as he hits his intended receiver, Yerke, right in the numbers. And you called that before a couple of plays ago that a wide receiver that was lone on the one side doing the slant pattern, and that was it right there. Yerke just cut right in front of the defender. Beautiful pass right on the chest.
Right, the defender, a good defender, but gives up a little bit of size there, height-wise. So thinking maybe, hey, I got to protect against this back corner, opens up a little bit, and Yerke's able to go right in there, especially with trips to the other side. That opens up the middle of the field for the receiver, and Yerke did a great job. Great throw, great catch, and now Braham is going to try and go for 2.
Braham's going to go for 2. They split out. Nobody in the backfield.
I don't know if they have enough guys, do they?
3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Lee's going to throw to the end zone.
No good.
It's going to be incomplete. I think he had it close to his man, but I want to say it almost looked for a second like it was in the area of Tower, and I think he was worried about the sideline. Less than trying, he couldn't reach it, less he wanted to try to drag the feet.
Right, looks like he was trying to do a little tiptoe down the on the sideline there to get his feet in, and just barely out of reach. Makes it a 15-6 game now with 6:44 to go. Still a 2-possession game. That was a huge stop for the Jaguars, because even though they scored and gave up the score, 6:44 left, and it's still a 2-possession game because with that miss, it's a 9-point lead. You're going to have to get 2.
That's a tough possession right there, and that's something the extra point in a way really helped the Jags, as you mentioned, making it that 2-possession game. If you can't get that 2-point conversion, that's a tough thing. You essentially got to get both.
And just think about how they got that, right? It was a mishandled snap or a bad snap, whatever it could be. Johnson had to roll out, run the old fire call there, and was able to find the guy in the back of the end zone. So what could have been a big mistake turns into a huge play right now for the Jaguars.
Now, as a coach in this type of position, 6:44 to go in the game, Braham now essentially needing 2 scores. Do you start thinking, or at least mentioning to your guys up there, do we look onside kick? Looks like Hinckley's moving everybody close, so I think they're thinking that. And Johnson's not setting up super deep.
I would always think that, especially with 4 guys on the other side, but that's a big high punt there. Oh, uh-oh.
That's a good bounce for Braham, but I think that Hinckley got it.
Yeah, that took the, like we talked about the oblong football there. That was took the bounce that Braham needed, took a high bounce right at the 10-yard line, and it was very tough to handle. But the second line was there to get it for Hinckley, and Hinckley's in business now just outside their 40-yard line.
It looked like that second bounce jumped over that initial line, which they were kind of like, do we take it?
Now
do we go for the block? Do we, so it was in about as good of an onside kick as you could really ask for.
Yeah. Once being a frontline guy, that's never a pleasant idea to think about, what am I going to do with this ball. Quarterback.
Johnson's going to run it over to the near side, slips 1 tackle, drives up field, and gets up to midfield. He was tripped up in the backfield momentarily, as getting him in the backfield was Mason Longren. Got a piece of him, but couldn't bring him down.
No,
and
just
credit Johnson.
Yeah, just couldn't make the tackle there. He was there. Just Johnson was able to slip through the tackle and pick up a big play here. So now, if you're Hinckley-Finlayson, now you're looking at the clock, going, all right, we got 40 seconds from the end of the play. Let's run some time off the clock. If anything, if we got to punt it away, let's take as much time as we can off the clock.
being 15-6, definitely has the advantage of that extra possession, as they had mentioned, that really puts the pressure on the Braham defense. But the patience you can display as Degerstrom's going to get the ball, tries to bowl his way upfield, but great hustle on that far side by Jacob Tepley to be able to stick with Degerstrom, who's a very fast running back.
Right, and that was a great job by both of them. Both of them put their shoulders down. They're like, I'm going to be the hammer, not the nail on this one. And they both they both brought the lumber on that one. Good football play.
Coach Kunke getting his play relayed into the defensive squad. Johnson comes in with the play for the Jaguars from the far sideline. It's going to be a 3rd down and 3 for the Jags. Clock down to 5 minutes to play here in the ball game. Triple backfield. Braham brings pressure over to the near side. Crushel got the ball up, but initially he was struggling to get the ball into that cradle for a second. He's able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but it looked like it was going to be out there for a second for somebody to slap at.
Right. Now, Braham's going to take their timeout here, just preserve some time at 4:48, 4th and short on their side of the field. Hinckley, although did not pick up the first down, they were able to take some time off the clock, take about 2 minutes off the clock. So now they can punt it if they want and pin them and make them go the length of the field. We'll see what Hinckley-Finlayson decides to do.
And it's one of those times where I think that it's not one of those times, I guess is maybe the way that I should put it, that you think of like maybe either a fake or just going for it on 4th down because of the fact that it is a 9-point lead with only 4:48 to play. Otherwise, you're kind of in that area where it is still an extended possession that would have to happen. And if you give up the one score, it's going to take them a while to do it. And you don't want to give, like the Cowboys Atlanta type of situation happening.
Right.
But at the same time, you could maybe consider that, but I think that this would be an appropriate time to just kick it deep. If they do come down and score, they're going to have to score from, 70 yards out.
Make them go the length of the field. Of course, my thought is I never want to punt, so I'd have to be talked into punting it here because there's so much that happens on a punt. You got to get the snap, the guy's got to catch it, then he's got to get a clean kickoff, and let's go for it. But the smart play here is to kick it back. But yeah, I don't see them out, so I think they might actually be thinking what I was thinking.
I think Grice is their punter, and he is not on the field. So big opportunity maybe for Braham here. Just about midfield. Handoff's going to go Degerstrom.
Looks like they had to delay a game. Back judge.
Delay a game. It's going to be...
Well, that'll change it now.
A penalty for the Jaguars. And you get the handoff to Degerstrom bouncing to the outside. That's a nice play to run.
Right. Well, delay a game, it looks like 2 seconds came off the clock, but.
Bring up a 4th down and 7. And as you mentioned, we'll see if this changes what Hinckley's going to do.
Yeah, I think at this point, 4th and long, just under 5 minutes to go in the game, I think you punt this. And now that you're asking a lot of your offense to try and pick up 4th and 7. Now
Grice came running out, but they're going to take the timeout. They waited a little while to take that timeout or to be able to make that decision, but maybe just kind of working through all of the aspects of it, and still maybe that half debate, like you're saying. All of the things, especially the way that Braham has been able to get into the backfield. They blocked one, almost blocked another one that Grice had a really nice play to be able to duck down and be able to get out to kick it.
Right.
And it's an opportunity, really.
Yeah, and what you're telling your punter right now is, hey, if you can't get this clean, or if it looks like there's pressure, you're just going to get what you can and just take what you can, right? You don't want to try and punt it and get it blocked and make a big momentum change in the game. You're just going to say, hey, eat it if you have to. Otherwise, if it's clean, get it off, and we'll live to fight another day. What Braham is thinking here is like, hey, we're going after this thing. I mean, they might even put any guy back. I don't know. They might put one guy back, but
that was going to be my question. If you even put anybody back, or if you just rush the house.
Yep.
If nothing else, not even necessarily to block it, but you get extra hands there to try to scoop the ball. It looks like Yerke is going to drop back. Grice will be set to kick.
They're going to play a little safe here. They got some guys back just to make sure there's no fake.
Snap is pretty decent. Hand, and he's able to get away. Pretty good punt. It's going to bounce, and Yerke's going to let it bounce at the 30, inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. So if you're a Jaguars fan, I don't know if you can ask for much more in that type of situation. The way the punting has gone to this point,
right,
with the pressure Brand's been able to get and everything else, that was a pretty good job by Grice.
That was the best punt and the best possession, or the best punt unit that they had of the night, right? It was clean. Everybody was blocked up. Had a guy running in, but he was running in from the outside is what you want. So Hinckley-Finlayson did a great job of getting that ball off. Now you've got 4:37 and about 77 yards to go. So it's going to take they're going to have to work quick here. Maybe get two plays in the huddle, get going, and you need to score quick.
Maybe three wide receivers to the near side. They're going to hand the ball off. Shockman is going to try to bounce it back the other direction. Not much going there. He's going to be tackled right away.
They're going to go no huddle here and get up to the line. This is where they like to look. Maybe this might be the play where they go deep down the sideline to one of their outside receivers here, just to see if they can get to.
Yerke solo with no help on this near side. Lee back to pass is going to run over to the near side. He's going to come down. As you called the face mask, the flag does come out at about the 23-yard line. He goes down at the 25. Yeah, he did call it, okay. Wait for the call, and
I didn't see the back. Well, it's
bonus yards.
One of the things with the new COVID protocols is that, this year they've put the umpire behind the offense, which is a little bit different. So where an umpire, if he's playing on the defensive side of the ball, he might be able to see that a little easier. In this case, how it happened, the side judge had to make that call because the umpire who's in the offensive backfield is now blocked by the play. So they were able to communicate with each other and make the right call.
Be a 15-yard personal foul on that one.
Looks like they got that middle backer kind of spying on Lee. He's going to go wherever Lee goes and just get what he can, and if he takes off, he's going to go get him.
Lee tried to throw downfield for Peterson. He short hops him. It'll stop the clock if nothing else. With the first down, it did stop also with the penalty. They're up to the 40-yard line, just under 4 minutes to play here in this ball game.
Again, so maybe now there's a shot. I mean, you got three chances to get a first down, so maybe now this is a shot where, hey, we're going to try and get one of our outside receivers isolated here, a one-on-one coverage, throw a jump ball, and see if you can get a touchdown. I know it worked against us.
Pair of wide receivers split each side. Shockman in the backfield with Lee. Lee's going to take the snap, hands the ball off. Reverse, ball's on the ground. I think Braham got it back. I think diving after it might have been John Mankey who was in the area.
Yep.
They went for the reverse, which was kind of an aggressive play, but it looked like it was starting to develop on this near side, but when you have the fumble, it bounces back 7 yards.
Tough.
At least you're able to hold on to it.
Tough play to hold on to. A little low snap there.
Back to pass, thrown over the middle, and Peterson has it, hit him in the chest. Can't haul it in. And so now it's going to face a fourth down and a long 16. So it's going to be a kind of a tough play. You don't have that second play to work with now, and we'll see if they can pick up this first down. Otherwise, Hinckley will have the ball with 3:26 to play.
Yeah, they're playing a little bit of a prevent. They're dropping guys back. They're going to give up anything inside of them and let them go. But
ball over the middle. Peterson's got it, and he's got a first down. That pass complete up to about the 44-yard line. What a pass. What a reception.
Yeah, that was just that linebacker was dropping, and he just was able to get over the reached hand, of the linebacker and put it in there. It was a great catch, great throw, and now Braham's in business after a 4th and 16 pickup.
26-yard reception. Handoff's going to go near side. Shockman's going to bounce it to the outside, trying to get himself free. Does get free, but because of what Scaff was able to do, held him long enough for help to be able to get there. Otherwise, Shockman is going to be off to the races along this near side.
Yeah, he really set that up really nice. He kind of went inside first to get everybody to kind of get in, and then he bounced out. But just a great job by Scaff there just to hold on and make the play.
2:47 to go. Back to pass is going to be Lee. Looks downfield, rolls far out to the right side, still looking, and he throws it to a receiver that was coming back for him. Yerke did a good job, and that's what they say. You run to the sideline, and then you start coming back to the play, and that ball is just a little bit up the field on him.
Yeah, as soon as that quarterback breaks contain there, you're going to help your quarterback out and find an open spot. Find an open spot so he can find an opening, get the ball to you, and go from there. But just a little bit short and could not come up with the catch.
With the incomplete pass, clock does stop. 3rd down and 7 for the Bombers. Play call coming in from the sideline. Lee sends him to the line. He's going to have Shockman in the backfield. 2 wide receivers split each side. Shotgun snap comes back. It's going to be Shockman.
Try it again.
They go for that reverse again and again. Peterson has it go off of his hands. And I don't know how much he was going to have on that one. It looked like Hinckley had that one sniffed out as Scaff came right up that field. And unless Peterson's able to bounce it around Scaff, he's a pretty sure-handed tackler in the open field.
Yeah, that's the second time now that they've had a little bit of trouble with that second little pitch back. So give it to the running back, and the receiver comes back around, and just haven't been able to cleanly get the little pitch, and it's caused Braham some problems.
2 wide receivers each side. Shockman will stay in to help block. Pass downfield on the far side. Almost picked off down the field by Diggerstrom, but the incomplete pass will turn the ball over on downs to the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. They will have it at the 45-yard line with 1:57 to go, and that is, I don't want to say that's the end of the ball game, but that's awfully close to wrapping things up with the 2-possession ball game.
Yeah, you'll probably have to get close to a first down. Maybe it looks like Seven's down on the ground here. Looks like he's hurting, so get a stoppage play here.
It's going to be Kyle Peterson on the play as the training staff comes in to be able to attend to him. While they do that, we will step away as well. 15-6 is the Hinckley-Finlayson lead. We'll be back here on FM 100.9 WCMP.
It's time again for Daggett's Fresh Foods One-Day Mega Meat Sale. There is no better place to fill your freezer. Thursday, November 5th, get incredible deals like 10-pound tubes of 80% lean ground beef for just $1.99 per pound. Get whole-in-the-bag New York strip steaks for just $5.99 per pound. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts are just $1.49 per pound. Amazing prices for high-quality meat. Thursday, November 5th from 7 till close. The Daggett's Fresh Foods One-Day Mega Meat Sale. Supplies are limited, so get there early.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Quality Disposal is more than just a catchy name. It's a business philosophy. Serving Kanabec County and surrounding areas, Quality Disposal Systems goes the extra step. They return your cart where it was left and pick up some extra litter if it falls from the cart. The best part about Quality Disposal? When you call, they answer, and you get to talk to a real person right away. Why not experience a new standard of service? Contact them today at QualityDisposalSystems.com. Experience a new standard of service with Quality Disposal Systems.
Procrastination, the art of putting off today what we can do tomorrow. But when it comes to your retirement, time is money. Now is the time to get the help you need with retirement planning, probate avoidance, wealth transfer, tax issues, guaranteed income, and so much more. Todd Schoberg at Schoberg and Holmstrom Financial Services in Mora has over 25 years as a safe money advisor and retirement planner. For more information, go to schobergholmstrom.com. Stop procrastinating and start planning for the retirement you deserve.
What does that Ski-Doo feeling sound like? Yeah, it sounds a little something like that. And now you can get that Ski-Doo feeling during our Yellow Tag event on now. Visit Caswell Cycle in Mora and online at caswellcycle.com and get up to $1,500 off select 2020 Summit 850 E-Tech models. Offer ends October 31st, 2020. Restrictions apply. Customer offers based on creditworthiness. See dealer for details.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear and Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear and Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Wellia Health is the leading provider of healthcare in East Central Minnesota, offering services to Mora, Pine City, Hinckley, and the surrounding communities. We have the always welcoming care you've come to expect, close to home, with cutting-edge technology and multitude of specialty services, so you can receive the medical care you need when you need it. Live life well with Wellia Health. welliahealth.org.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom alongside Coach Joe Lattimore back here in the broadcast booth. 15-7 with 1:57 left to play in this ball game. And still kind of working on one of the Braham players out on the field, and both trainers out there and getting some additional staff to kind of work with him a little bit. And we talked a little bit about some of the things even here in the booth of the adjustment of the time of year and that it's going a little bit later. And we've been a little bit fortunate that the weather hasn't been super cold, right. But at the same time, the ground is still pretty hard here late in the season.
Right. This time of year, there's a handful of teams still playing. You're getting into section finals, maybe state quarterfinals. So now you're moving on to turf. Most games are on turf now. So now we're using, natural grass fields. And, it's just that we're in Minnesota. This is what happens in October, November. So, we played out here on Monday, and the field was in great shape. It didn't feel too bad out there, but it's been a cold week, so it could have firmed up just a little bit, and it looks like they got him up here a little bit, so that's good to see.
And we don't want to speculate as to necessarily what happened, but we weren't really even sure which play had happened. It seemed like maybe he was a little bit slow getting off on the fumble, but he played another play, ran downfield, and he came back to the huddle and came back on the turnover on downs, but then went down after that. And it didn't seem, I don't want to say it didn't seem like anything, but it just kind of seemed like he just kind of sat down and laid down, almost like just kind of, I need to, a little bit of a moment here, but
right.
Clearly a little bit more serious than what it initially seemed like.
Yeah, it looks like he's up and walking now, and might have had a little bit of maybe something to the head or something like that. He looks a little woozy, so hopefully he'll be fully recovered and he'll be okay. And we never want to see anybody get hurt bad out here. It's playing a game that everybody loves.
They'll work him off to the sideline and speak to him there and kind of help get him worked back into a safe place and get him into kind of a set position over here on the sideline. And great training staff and medical staff here out at the ballpark will work with him there. We'll play on now with minute 57 left to go, and we're kind of, unfortunately, with the situation here, is we're kind of in a situation almost where Hinckley can just run out the clock as they do the quarterback sneak up the middle, trying to just run a play that they're not going to fumble or turn the ball over.
Nothing. Turn the ball over. Keep it in your quarterback's hands if all possible. Looks like they're going to conserve their timeouts for the last two plays here. Braham, that is. I think they got 2 timeouts left, so probably see how it goes here, and then he'll Kunke will use his last 2 timeouts here if he can get a stop, and crazy things happen. But I just say, great job by both teams here tonight, especially both teams coming off of losses their last game, and Hinckley came in here, Hinckley-Finlayson, and did a really good job of controlling, like we said, the line of scrimmage here, and they did looks like they're pretty close now, got a few more yards.
That right there is kind of a play indicative of most of the night. They just do the quarterback sneak, just getting that offensive line push, but it hasn't been a dominant push, but it's been a couple of yards every single play.
Right, so now it's third and 4, long 4, short 5, whatever you want to call it, and they're just going to try and take this down. One more snap. Doesn't look like he's going to – I think he's got 2 timeouts left. One. See if he can get a stop here, but time is running out here.
If they get the first down, the ball game will be over. But I think they just want to hold on to the possession. Down to 26 seconds left to play. And the snap comes. Quarterback sneak just falls forward again. And Braham's going to take their timeout. It'll be a 4th down and 4 for Hinckley-Finlayson with 19 seconds remaining after about a yard pickup. And you play all the way to the end, but needing 2 scores with 19 seconds is definitely tough, especially with no timeouts. But
right.
you play right to the final whistle.
That's right. You can't take them with you, so you might as well use them.
See what the Coach Kunke decides to go with. Just want to make sure that they snap the ball. See if they maybe even in this position again. If they just try to go for it, it's. Even if they give it up on downs at this point in time, I think it's you either punt it or you give it up and downs. It's not a bad position to the field to just hold on to it.
And like you said, 2 possession game. So what you're going to do, keep the offense on the field and run a play. See if you can run some play, a little bit maybe outside here, take some time off the clock. And if you get it, great. If not, you just go prevent defense, put 4 guys on the on the 10-yard line and make sure they don't complete anything deep. But I keep the offense out here and just run a play.
So that's what they're going to do here is Johnson will come out under center with that triple backfield, double tight end set. 4th down and 4, and it's going to be Johnson just bowling his way forward once again. He's going to be close to the first down.
It's going to be really close. Depends on who's spotting it here. It looks like the far guy's calling a first down, so that'll do it.
That'll do it. It got down to 13 seconds, but the first down right there, as you mentioned, that's the critical first down. Only the second first down of the second half. Hinckley did not move the ball terribly well in the second half, but that's pretty much kind of the way the game went, and that will be it as the clock winds down to 0. And that'll be it as the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars win it 15-6 over the top of the Braham Bombers. We'll come back here on the post game and wrap things up from Freudian Field in Braham. We return on FM 100.9 WCMP.
D&D Heating and Air Conditioning, the go-to company for your Amana heating and air conditioning needs. D&D Heating and Air Conditioning provides quality workmanship and superior service with professional, dependable, and knowledgeable technicians for your complete heating, air conditioning, and indoor air quality products and systems. That's their promise to you. Now scheduling into 2021. Find D&D Heating online at deheatingcooling.com. D&D are here to answer all your HVAC equipment and indoor comfort questions and needs.
Braham Ford is celebrating over 84 years of friendly hometown service and sales of F-Series trucks. It's ties like that have made the Ford F-Series America's #1 brand of truck for over 40 years. And when it comes to safety, the truck that leads the pack is the high-strength, military-grade aluminum body Ford F-150. This season, bring over 40 years of tradition to your next tailgate party. Find your next Ford at Braham Ford or online at brahamford.com.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, a people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
At Town & Country Insurance, we recognize the value of teamwork and believe that hard work pays off both in sports and in life. We wish all the athletes competing this season good luck and encourage you to put your all into practice today to achieve victory tomorrow. Trust in teamwork. Trust in tomorrow. Contact Town & Country Insurance, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at towncountry-ins.com today for all your insurance needs. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Hey, neighbor.
Hey, Dave. Had to call. Saw the Connecticut truck in your driveway. Finally got your water fixed?
You bet. We had Aquarius install a Connecticut whole home system.
Smell gone?
Yep.
Rust and white scaling gone?
Yes, sir. And we have worry-free drinking water right from the faucet.
Connecticut is the world's most efficient.
The family loves it. Thanks, neighbor.
Aquarius Home Services, your local authorized Connecticut dealer, is taking extra precautions to help ensure your safety. For worry-free water, visit ConnecticutMN.com to schedule your free water analysis and learn how you can save 25%. That's ConnecticutMN.com.
FM 100.9 WCMP. Andy Beckstrom alongside Coach Joe Lattimore here for the final 15-6. Hinckley-Finlayson wins it over the top of the Braham Bombers. And in a game that both teams had multiple chances, Hinckley just took advantage of them a little bit better.
Right. They like you said, they took advantage of the opportunities that they had. Once they were down inside the 20-yard line, the two times they scored. Braham had those opportunities, but just could not put it in. They had a few great opportunities, but just were not able to capitalize on it. And that missing that 2-point play when Braham did score really changed the complexion of the game late, just because it was still a 2-possession game. So not a lot. I mean, you get to a 1-possession game and you're in the lead. It's like, okay, we got to get a first down. We got to do this. We got to do that. But it's like, okay, we still got time and we got 2 possessions, so we're okay. And I think that was a big change in the game there.
Give a lot of credit to the Hinckley-Finlayson defense, not only slowing down that Braham offense, but especially on the possession where they gave it up on downs at the 1-yard line, inside the 1-yard line. What a stand right there at the goal line, being able to keep them out of the end zone, which really kind of changed the tide of the game.
Right, and then they were able to, just get a punt off, and again, I think they did eventually score on that one, but there was nothing major that happened down there. Great goal line stand, and then, a great, because it took time off the clock, take another 2 minutes off the clock, and now they're in more trouble. So it was a great, I would say, yes, the defense for Hinckley-Finlayson really came to play today. We're gap sound, came and were making sure everybody was in the gaps that they needed to be, and really shut down an offense that can be very high octane at times.
Hinckley-Finlayson comes out and scores at 4:45 of the third quarter to make it 15-0. 14 plays, 53 yards for a touchdown crushal with the 4-yard run to cap it off. 2-point pass ended up being completed to Hosler on kind of a muffed snap and just kind of a, like you said, a fire sale. Just everybody
right.
go. And, he's able to find Hosler in the end zone. Was it really a critical play? They just kicked that extra point. Braham still has that one possession, but that mistake, air quotes,
right.
created it to be now a 2-possession game. And it's kind of like well, that worked out pretty good.
Yeah, right. Because, you practice that during your Thursday walkthroughs. You're going to practice, hey, we're going to run fire here. And, everybody has an objection where they need to get to. And, Johnson being left-handed changes it a little bit because, most quarterbacks are right-handed, so they roll out to the left, and he was able to find Hosler right in the end zone there, made the catch, and that was a ball game.
And Braham scores with 6:44 of the fourth, but kind of a little bit too little, too late. They scored on a 5-yard pass. Lita Yerke on a 4th down play on the possession that they had that started at the 11-yard line. It only moved 11 yards in just a handful of plays. 4 or 5 plays on that. The one pass play for the touchdown. 2-point pass, 2-point conversion was incomplete, thus being a 9-point game. And really not putting it on ice with 6:44 to go, but we even talked at halftime or just after halftime that you're limited with possessions to 4, maybe 5.5. And if you're down by 2 scores after 2 possessions, that's a tough spot to be.
It really is. It is really tough, and that 2-point conversion was so key for Braham. Not a lot of time left in the game when they did score to try and get those 2 possessions, because as you said, I mean, the possessions were kind of few and far between, especially when the first drive, although for Hinckley-Finlayson didn't take a lot of time, it did chew up a lot of yards, and then that one in the third quarter make it 15-0. I think it was the third quarter.
Yep.
They that was a long drive, took some time off the clock, and that's what you want to do when you have the lead. Get those drives, get first downs, and then get a touchdown, and now you're up by 2 scores, and you've taken a lot of time off the clock.
It was a great possession by Hinckley-Finlayson on that one. Accomplished all of those tasks that you mentioned there. For the ball game, each team ran the ball for 42 attempts. Hinckley-Finlayson runs it for 183 yards. Braham gets 137 yards on the ground. Usually a little bit the other direction with a lot of times the way Braham runs the ball, but Hinckley-Finlayson, tremendous backfield, and that really 1-2-3 punch,
right,
if you had in Hosler, but really the 1-2 punch of Krushel and Diggerstrom in the backfield did the damage.
Right. In that third quarter, Hinckley-Finlayson was able to find that dive play to Krushel and then that right off a tackle, and they were really able to get slice them for some big yardage chunk plays, and that's what he scored on, was that play. And they were just able to work that down. In the fourth quarter, Braham made some adjustments. That play wasn't there, so they had to move somewhere else, and that's why it's nice to have all those running backs back there, because if one's not working, well, you got 2 more to go in, you can use your quarterback.
Throughout the course of the ball game, Hinckley-Finlayson had 2 fumbles, lost one of them. Both of them came in the first half of play. They did not pass the ball. They did have 1 sack for -9 yards. Through the air, Lee was 4 of 14 for 30 yards, most of it coming on the final possession. They had the 26-yard completion. There was 4th and 14, and they get the completion, but really without that one, they had 3 yards passing all game long.
Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough one. And he had some guys throughout the game. They had a touchdown that they just couldn't come up with the play. They had a couple other ones where it was there and they couldn't make the play. But and that's tough. Those are deflating ones. It's like, hey, we got it, and then all of a sudden, oh man, it just didn't work out. So those were some big plays that were not made by the Bombers today.
Each team picks up 7 first downs in the game. Hinckley-Finlayson punts 3 times. Braham punts only once. They gave it up on downs about 5 times throughout the course of the night, but they only punted the 1 time. Hinckley-Finlayson has 4 penalties for 30 yards, including the face mask in the second half that seemed like it was going to be a big play, but didn't come back to bite him as much as maybe we thought it was going to.
Right.
Braham has the 1 penalty for 5 yards, and that is your stats for the game. Coach, any final thoughts?
No, it was great to see a high school football game. Talking about the penalties there, these games have been so clean in terms of 5 accepted penalties for tonight. Both teams played really, really clean football, and in terms of penalties. And we talked about at the beginning, who can control the line of scrimmage, and that win went to Hinckley-Finlayson tonight.
Definitely did. I appreciate you joining us on the broadcast here tonight. Taking a look at the wrap-up here. Braham with the loss drops to 1-2 on the year. Their next game will be against Barnum. With the victory, Hinckley-Finlayson moves to 3-1 and also breaks a 6-game losing streak to the Braham Bombers dating back to 2016. Their next matchup will be at home against Deer River. Our next matchup, well, we think will be on Tuesday, Rush City Hinckley-Finlayson or Pine City East Central Volleyball. One or both of those games could be in jeopardy. We'll see kind of what happens as, again, everything is in flux throughout the course of this season.
Fluid situation.
Want to thank all of our sponsors for jumping on board. So many of them to be able to name. Definitely go out and give them your business and mention that you heard their ad here so they know that they're getting the value for the chance that we're getting a chance to bring all of these games to you, because we definitely appreciate being able to do that, and without them we wouldn't be able to do so. So we definitely want to thank them. I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank Andrew back at the studio helping us out, and I also want to thank Coach Lattimore once again for joining us out here at the ballpark. I'm Andy Beckstrom for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguar win over the top of the Braham Bombers. And until Tuesday night, have a good night, everybody.